The Wild Wild West.
Hey,
There we go.
welcome to the podcast. We're live with Bert Kreischer and Matt McCusker. How are you, Matt?
What's up, man?
How are you?
Good.
You look good, dude.
Thank you, man.
This is my
No,
first time-
no
this is my
one
first
looks
time
as good
hanging
as
out
you. You're
with
setting yourself up.
Why?
Fucking good boy hair. They're looking good boy
It's not a
haircut.
big deal, dude.
Okay, good boy
Sometimes
haircut.
guys get good
Fresh
boy
shave.
haircuts.
Damn, dude, you went in.
No mustache. Good part. I look like a good boy again.
Fuck.
I was running.
Like crossbearer. You
I was
could
running
barely
with
cross.
the devil there for a minute.
You were.
Now I'm back.
You do look good.
Thanks, man.
Fantastic.
Tommy cut my hair last night.
Did he really?
Yeah. Sober. Tommy
Wait,
was sober,
He was sober and cut your hair?
allegedly.
Wait, did I ever
He
tell you
had
about?
just come from dinner.
Did I ever tell you about the time my hairdresser fell off the wagon and cut my hair?
No.
No.
Oh, dude. I had this hairdresser. He was cool as fuck. You could only get him. He'd come into LA
Obviously, he was an
on
alcoholic.
Thursdays. On like
Cool as hell.
he was cool. He cut Ozzy Osbourne's hair, fucking Perry Farrell's hair, cut everyone's hair. And he lived out of town, and he'd come in once a month. And you get a call like, yo, he's in town. Do you want a haircut? So Leanne dumps me, right? It was right when we first started dating.
Oh.
She dumps me. I'm a wreck. I can't stop crying.
Yeah.
And he calls. He goes, yo, I'm in town. You want a haircut? And I'm like still crying on the phone. He's like, hey, what's wrong with you? I go, this chick dumped me and I'm fucked. And he goes, why don't you come in and get a haircut? I said, no, I'm good. He goes, no. It's the best thing you can do is look good today.
Yeah.
You look good. Let's talk about it, man. We're friends. We'll talk. So I come in. Now, mind you, he's a recovering heroin addict. I come in and he's drinking a beer.
Yeah.
I go,
That's barbershop culture, though.
Yeah.
no, this is like hairstylist. This is Hollywood, tatted
Yeah,
up,
yeah.
hairstyle culture. I go up to him, I go, man, I thought you were sober. And he was like, heroin was my problem, not beer.
Yes, I know the story. Yeah. No, hold on. Keep going.
I've done that. I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
No, they don't. Keep
Oh,
going.
no, so he goes, you want one? I was like, yeah, I guess I'll take a beer. And he's like, so what's the problem? I go, this chick, is that a sin? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, yeah. You want one?
No. I'm
Yeah,
trying to
you
quit.
had one.
I go, this chick dumped me. He goes, why? I go, I don't know. Friend said a drinking problem. He goes, how many friends?
Dang.
I said, one.
Drinking problem.
Yeah. He goes,
Yeah.
fuck him.
Good call, idiots. More like a really drinking solution to all of our life's problems. You know what I mean? God damn, that drinking problem worked out. You parlayed that into success.
Flip that pretty good.
It's $1 million idea.
Crazy. It's so funny breaking up with a dude and be like, you have a drinking problem. And then be like, never changing. Getting worse, probably.
Yeah.
No, I think I've got
Just turning on
I think I might
Netflix
have got
today.
worse. I might got worse. So he goes, how many people told you that? I said, just one. And he goes, it's important. I said, why? He goes, if one person tells you have a tail, fuck them. They're crazy. He goes, if two people tell you have a tail, they're teaming up on you. But if three people tell you have a tail, turn around. And I go, okay. And he goes, you want to smoke a joint? I was like, what? I go, what? And he goes, I go, man, I thought you were sober. He goes, dude, weed wasn't my problem. I wasn't sucking dudes' dicks for weed and a beer, okay? Fucking, do you want to smoke a joint or not? And I was like, no, smoke a joint.
I've done it.
So we'd smoke a joint, get another beer.
Suck guy.
For weed and a beer.
Oh, yeah. One weed, one beer. I'd love to.
No, man, just a hit, please.
Yeah.
So we get high, we have another beer, and he comes in and he cuts my hair with a straight razor and his thumb. It hurts so bad. It's like he's pulling my hair out. And as he does my bangs, he turns them into Simple Jack from Tropic Thunder.
Yeah.
He fucks me up so bad, I get in my car and immediately start crying. I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I look like a fucking jackass. And then I went home, and Leanne was sitting on my bed, and she was the one to take me back. She goes, what happened to your fucking hair?
Oh, no.
I was 186
She came back
pounds.
to take you back?
She was in a sundress. She had gone to a black church.
Oh,
man.
Sundress. She took you back in a sundress?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ.
You lift that thing up and get after it.
No.
You just cried on that thing?
Yeah,
No,
you
I
cried.
Cried on the pussy.
Eat the pussy out, crying.
It's a lubricant.
I think girls would like that a lot.
Oh, my
See a
God.
weak man eating their pussy. That's all they want.
They
They're
want
like, yes,
nothing
I
more.
broke him. Now he's eating my pussy.
They
Yes.
want nothing more than a guy to cry on their pussy, and they both turn into vampires.
Yeah, they definitely turn into vampires. Now we're vampires. You probably cry the same way you laugh too, right?
Oh, I cry aggressive.
Cry hard.
Yeah.
You've never seen me cry? I can cry.
No, not like an actual sad cry.
Oh, I cry. Oh, I can cry real easy.
Really?
Oh yeah, I cry very easy. If I tell you about the end of Time Traveler's Wife, I'll cry. If I tell you, like I can tell you stories that'll make me cry.
The one that makes me cry is Buster Douglas.
Oh yeah.
What?
It's a fucking 30 for 30 makes me cry every time, dude.
Kids
Yeah.
books get me, man.
Kids
You read
books get
kids
you now?
books, dude. I cry my fucking eyes out.
Like
Dude.
Baby Beluga?
Yeah, well, like I get like personalized books where it's like, we love you so much. You like, my daughter's name's Maya.
Oh, from your kids.
So they do like they set. You can
Well,
write
yeah,
me
that
a-
would make me cry.
Where's Waldo? I can't fucking find him. Where the fuck is he? Waldo! Waldo! He's got his ghetto blaster over his head. Waldo!
Yeah, they get me.
No, you mean kids books literally from your kids that
Well,
they
they,
say
you
like
can-
we love you at the end?
My like their grandmom will like have like a customized book, so it's like Maya, Daddy, and Mommy, and it's like ever since you were born, you're just like
Oh, yeah.
you came into our lives.
Yeah, I bet.
Oh, it's the worst.
I bet.
It's gonna get me.
Yeah, but Buster Douglas.
That's a good one.
Sports. How
Not the
about
love of your child. Buster Douglas.
how about Miracle?
Miracle, I think early. I don't know. I haven't
What
seen it in a while.
team do you play for?
Yeah.
United States of America.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
my
of, you see
God.
Team USA last night? Put a hurting on those dumb Canadians.
Thank God.
In baseball.
Thank
we
God.
lost to Mexico in baseball.
That's fair.
Pretty bad. No, it's not fair.
What?
USA should be the best team.
At baseball,
Yes.
brother.
No, for real. If we had all of our players that actually played, no
Yeah.
one would beat us.
Right? Yeah.
Our
True. I guess
pitchers?
Mexico. Not,
Oh, you
We're
mean
the
like?
best
Are you
pitchers.
talking about? What are you talking about?
It's the World Baseball Classic. It's like the World
Okay.
Cup. Although our outfield or like our players are playing.
Well, it's also from a
like-
Mexican pitcher. It's like low sinker.
Yeah, I mean it goes up. It's coming out low, dude. Yeah. Little weed whacker. It's just frustrating. I don't like. There's something about. I get very xenophobic immediately.
About the Olympics. That's the point of the Olympics.
Second
is
World
to-
Cup, Olympics.
Yeah.
I don't even give a fuck about World Baseball Classic. I just found out it was on.
Yeah.
Turn it on. I was like, what the fuck? We lost to Mexico? I
Yeah.
was mad, dude. And we always placate Mexico because we're always trying to sell tickets. So when we play Mexico in any sporting event, it's always in Texas or Arizona. Like we'll play them in soccer and we'll play them in Houston.
Kind of a fuck you though. It was
And
theirs.
Dallas.
It was theirs.
It is a nice fuck you, but also
They're like, no, it's a home game. Like, no, it's our home
they
game.
pack it out. Our home games in soccer is just all green. It's all them.
What?
Yeah.
That's a
And then we-
problem.
yeah. I don't like it.
Yeah, man. Well, that's just funny. You can like put a ball in between people and you can hate a whole country. Be like, fuck those
Yeah,
guys.
you're allowed
dude.
to immediately.
I miss
true.
that. Well, you guys are younger than me. I actually remember really being allowed to hate other countries, like out loud.
Oh, yeah,
like
for
Russians.
sure. Yeah,
like Russians were like fucking.
You can do it. It's back in.
I
man.
wrote it.
Yeah,
I wrote
no.
it. I
You can
wrote
do that
about it.
in a group of liberals. You can say we should fucking nuke Russia,
Yeah, before they
and
get
they'd be
us.
like, yeah, definitely.
Really?
Now you can.
We
yeah.
read the New York Times. Yes, we should nuke Russia.
Yeah, you can do it again.
Good call. No, so, yeah, I hear what you're
You
saying.
can hate Russians.
I miss it.
being able to just hate a country.
Well, it was like I know, but no, just knowing
does rule.
where your fears were and identifiably where they were.
Yeah.
like it was the Cold War. It was us versus them, not us versus like these guys and these guys, and these guys hate us also, and then
Yeah.
Our own government.
and it was like, oh, and your only fear really was like nuclear annihilation.
I'm not scared of it at all. I don't know why. It fails to get me.
I mean, I guess because it's such a. Hopefully that doesn't happen because then the world's over.
Well, nuclear
Yeah, but
power, it
wouldn't you
turns
rather that than just you?
will turn you right into energy.
I hear
It'll
you.
turn your solid matter right into energy.
This is the most selfish take
What?
of all
What?
time.
Let me hear.
And I have it too, a little. Fuck yeah. Like it's like, well, if I die, fuck it. I hope it's the world ends. I don't want people to have fun when I'm gone. It's such a greedy. He's got kids, dude. He's got kids.
I want them to know it too.
He wants them
Listen,
out.
listen. When I die, they die also.
Yeah, you're going.
No, because
you're going King Tut.
You're like an
dude.
Egyptian king, yeah.
I can't love them if I'm dead. So I want them dead also.
Fair.
You sound like a lady that puts her kids in the lake. You know what I mean? This is fucking. That's a wild statement.
Don't you want them to enjoy life? And you're you
gotta
can
let
like you
them
can
go.
Lion King them from the sky. You can be like Mufasa.
Yeah, true. You could
Simba.
Jedi them. You could
Yeah.
show up as a hologram.
Drink. They'll be at a college party. You're like, do it.
Yes,
drink.
like that. I don't. I can't.
My stomach hurts.
It's in you.
Drink.
I definitely want my wife to die with me.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah,
for sure. That one.
Yeah.
I want my kids to live, I guess.
Because
But
then they're gonna suck someone.
what?
If you die before your wife sucks someone. She's
during a
gonna.
grief period.
no, not
That's
Leanne.
step.
She's
That's like
gonna
step
blow a
six.
guy.
Step
You
six of
think
grief.
Leanne? Now you're overestimating
She's
Leanne.
gonna blow a guy. I swear to God, within 1 year of your passing.
I'll actually put. I'll put this back. I'm gonna put this in my. I'm gonna put this in my.
Within one
hold on,
calendar
hold on.
year, she's gonna blow a guy.
You ready? I'm willing to make this bet.
Yeah.
I will, in my will, I'll leave you money. Okay.
To try to get it.
No. I'm gonna leave a caveat in my will. If Leanne sucks someone's dick within 1 year, you get $1 million out of my will.
Mark it down.
How would you know?
I'm
though?
gonna be sending
You'd
all
have to be
types of the
Private eye,
Shane's
private
gonna
eye.
be like, oh, I miss him too.
Damn, what a betrayal.
Yeah.
His wife sucked my dick and I got $1 million.
Oh my god.
No, I'd be sending assassins at her.
Yeah.
I'd be sending some of those NFL boys. I'd be saying Christian McCaffrey would be knocking on your door. Say, Christian, let's make $500,000 each today, and you get head. Yeah, you know that guy who just fucking died. You remember that fucking
You
guy?
want to make
Yeah.
$500,000 the easy way?
You'd have to watch though to confirm. You'd have to
You
watch.
think I have a problem watching Christian McCaffrey get head?
You'd have to watch, dude.
I would. My wife.
You'd have to film it,
Christian,
dude.
that'd be nuts.
Damn.
Insane.
And you're just dead. And you're dead.
I'm like Patrick Swayze.
Like in the bookshelf in fucking Interstellar, just like no.
Oh, you cue the Unchained Melody.
Oh my god.
Oh, my love.
Yes, dude.
Oh. I thought
Linebacker.
Yeah, it's just the hottest dude on earth.
I could go right after this, too. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No, you can't. No one can.
Yeah.
That was a good podcast, guys.
Yeah.
That's all you need,
Yeah,
really.
we're good.
What
The rest of
all
this is gonna be filler. That was like one good bit.
It does stink, though, to think about that. Like, they
What?
have to eventually suck.
Podcast
No.
or the wife?
Bereaved wives. Forget podcasts for a moment.
Oh yeah, wife is gonna suck after you die.
Yeah, man. She's going to suck. And you want her to suck. You
She's
don't want her to
gonna
never suck ever again.
I know. I've had this thought a lot.
No, you don't.
Really?
Wait, what?
You're gone.
It sucks a lot, dude.
She
Wait,
needs to
what are you
suck.
talking
You
about?
can have sex. She can get sucked.
Yeah.
Sucking's a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, yes, you do want him to suck again.
Yeah. Just for,
Just for the
Sake of
mental
world
health.
peace.
and-
Leanne's too good at it to retire.
Ooh, that's
She's
nice.
really fucking good.
That's the best.
I think it's because the majority of her family can't read.
I think that helps.
It does.
Yeah.
Someone's got to pay the gas bill.
Oh, damn, my family's not that smart. They got sisters.
Oh. It is a terrible thing to think about, whether or not your relatives are just like completely turn it on.
One of your female
Suckomatics, dude.
relatives is a fucking
Suckomatic, dude. Like scaring, dude. Dude, like, whoa. What the fuck the hell's going
just
on?
sit back, baby.
Usually takes a while. What the fuck?
If I was a chick, I would surprise suck dudes' dicks all the time.
That's what everyone says, but there's got to be some kind of thing in their mind where they just like, 'cause you'd think they'd all do it.
You think they
I
would
wonder
all
how quick
suck
I could get to your dick.
I mean,
No, but I
I'd
mean,
put up a little fight just out of people.
no, not now. No, if I was a chick,
I would.
But for real, dude.
No, yeah. If a girl goes after my dick's got to be ready.
Oh yeah.
There's no. If a chick went straight for my dick right now, I'd be like, no.
You never let the-
You cannot see this.
You gotta let them suck the noodle every now and again, though.
oh, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part.
best, dude.
You don't
That's
think
my
I let them
favorite
suck the noodle, bro? They all suck the noodle, bro.
It's the ultimate test.
They all get that. Yeah.
It's the sword and the
It's like
stone,
an
dude.
anglerfish. It's a snapping turtle with a little thing in his tongue. Yeah, that's what I got. They're like, oh, what's this little worm? Come here.
Yeah, if I'm hard, I'm like, hold on, let's just wait. And I wait till I go down.
And I
I'm like,
lay
all right,
next to
And
them.
then let them start it.
begin. Yeah,
Then you
yeah.
let the campfire go down, and then they go.
Begin.
Yeah, I don't even touch them when I'm not hard. I lay next to them and I say, give me 1 second.
You try to will it up.
Yeah.
Do you think you could get your dick hard just by thought?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I haven't,
I mean, not in a pressure situation.
Let's
Yeah.
race.
I could actually. His pants are kind of tight. I'm wearing.
Lemaire, come here.
I just did something the other day, and
Still trying.
someone had
I'm hard.
something happen, and I started getting hard like in public. It was uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah, someone was doing something sexual, I think.
Well, like what?
Can't
Was it
remember.
at a sex show in Amsterdam? That's the last time I saw you. That'll give you a boner.
Were there schoolboys arguing?
Yeah, was it schoolboys arguing?
Oh no,
Fight on the recess.
Was it an ice cream
yard.
truck and boys pushing with vanilla all over their hands? Dude, I was watching the Night Stalker last night. That boy, he was getting after kids. Dude.
What?
what's the Night Stalker?
Richard Ramirez?
That was the.
He had horrible teeth.
What a butt fucker. Well,
Was he getting after the kids?
dude, he would break in,
Oh,
shoot you in he would shoot the man in the head. Damn. Then he'd go rape the wife. And if you had a kid, he would fuck your kid.
God damn it, dude.
Guy sucked.
When did they get this guy?
He was going hard for like 200 days.
Oh,
And then but he was doing it like every day.
what an asshole.
He's the biggest fucking turd maybe of all time.
Yeah, I would say.
I don't know.
What a jerk.
I think he was bad, but Dahmer's the one that.
No, dude, this guy was butt fucking like 8-year-olds.
I'd rather someone eat my
He would
kids.
shoot you in the head as a dude and then rape and maybe kill your wife or just rape her and then butt fuck a kid.
Thank
89.
God.
Oh, so he was.
I was in high school.
No. He finally. That was the end of the trial. The trial was like 3 years. Yeah, it was one.
A year and 2 months.
What was the
was
trial?
going
How long was the
wild,
trial
dude.
for?
I don't know why it was 3 years, but
Just him on the stand, be like, I didn't butt
he
fucking
got
kids.
2 guys from El Paso as his defense attorneys, and they were fucking idiots, dude. And they're like, this is gonna be a mistrial because his defense attorneys are such fucking morons. They were like, dude, you better not talk to me like that. They talking shit to the other lawyer. So these 2 Mexican dudes that are like, if this guy, you're lucky this is a courtroom, dude. To the other lawyer, they're like, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, the best is at the end. He holds up his hand. He's got a pentagram in it, and he's like, "Hail Satan!" And then they're like, he pleads not guilty. Like, God damn it!
What was in it for these
damn it.
dudes?
What?
I guess if you get that guy off, like a
I think they were just trying to make
Child
sure he didn't get the
rapist.
death penalty. That's
Oh,
all
really?
they could do.
Why? Who gives a fuck?
They should have. No, he might have been on death row for that long.
Yeah, he got convicted and got sentenced to the death penalty, but then he died,
Died of
in
blood
prison
cancer.
in 2013.
God came down and said,
yeah. Enough
All
of this
right.
guy. Enough of this guy.
although obviously God's not real if you let him do all that stuff. Like,
Free will, bro.
I know, but you're just some couple. Dude, one of the first ones, he's just some old Asian couple. He just broke in.
All right.
Dude, he was raping like 80-year-olds
Weird thought.
and kids.
Weird thought.
Damn.
He sucked.
He
dude.
was pansexual.
He was. He was something.
How progressive of him.
Yeah.
What if none of that's real?
If they just made that up.
What if none of this is real? It's all just a play for me. Like, 'cause I,
right, this
You're
is
getting
the
into
second-
solipsism. Yeah,
No,
This
because-
is the second most insane thing I've heard.
when you go God isn't real. What if God is, but he only just attends to me? Because that shit didn't happen to me, and that's like
like the
I-
chosen people are saying.
I don't know, but
Chosen person?
I don't believe in death. I'm starting not to believe in death. Like I'm just gonna go. It's not
brother,
real.
you better start believing. That thing's fucking. Say you're taking steroids. That thing's headed this way. That thing's steaming down the pike, dude.
I go. If I just I go. I've never died.
For sure.
So like, and every time I see other people, I go, that wasn't me. So I go, what if I just death
Dude,
isn't
this is like
real?
a second grader's mind.
Yeah, I know. But,
mind of like a
but
third
if you want
grader.
to find happiness, you got to regress. You can't try to get like.
True.
You can't hang out with Louis and
I
be
do
happy.
agree with that.
Yeah, like
Well,
Louis.
not that part.
Louis,
but-
no, Louis is what said to me. It just goes black. One day it goes black. That's it.
Yeah.
And then you go into nothingness. And I go, well, I refuse to do that. I
sure.
refuse to go. Oh, cool. So it just goes black, as opposed to going like, yeah, I hear people die, but it's not me. And then what if you start a religion where you go, death isn't real, and then when people die, the whole group goes, wasn't us.
Yeah, it was a hologram.
Told you it's
It
not
was a
real.
hologram person.
Yeah, it's not real. Like, what if the whole thing? Because I do have a hard time compartmentalizing.
If you die and everything goes black, death doesn't exist because you never existed. So technically, death doesn't exist because literally, if you die and everything goes black,
I have a
nothing
Xanax in
ever
my pocket.
existed.
Yeah, then nothing ever
Does
existed.
it? Are you scared of death?
Terrified.
Really?
Terrified.
Yeah, I'd like to say I'm not, but obviously, yes.
I mean, I'd be
Does
scared
it,
if I had to do it
does
tomorrow.
it wake you up?
No, I don't. I just feel like you just go back. It's like what Louis saying, but then you just fade back into this mix of stuff, and then they just spit out another thing. So you as the person die, but the stuff that makes you up just goes back into the fray. So you're just like
I like my idea better.
you're an entity.
Yeah.
No, but you're gonna die though. You're definitely gonna
not
die.
me. It hasn't happened
You
yet.
are, dude.
True.
Prove it.
Also, it depends how you die. You're not going to know you died.
Oh
No, I'm gonna be one of the guys that knows he's
yeah,
dying.
you're gonna get the grace of being like, oh, come here.
I don't know. Night Stalker, he'll shoot you in the head while you're asleep.
He's
What would you- how would you like to go out?
Sleep
I
by a
mean-
psycho.
Hopefully, I'm laying on this couch and a psycho breaks in and shoots me in the head.
And you're like,
Mid dream.
look at that fat guy fall off the jungle gym.
True. Lenny from Mice and Men. I'm just watching a YouTube video. I'm like, guys, well, let's watch this Cats video. Matt sneaks around behind me and
He's fucking
goes, Shane, this is a really good YouTube video. And I'm like, yeah, I know. And he just
caps him, dude.
back of the head.
And I get 2 months of the Patreon all to
watched-
myself.
Yeah, he gets 2 months.
Shane's coming back.
He's
Shane's
gonna come
back. Guys, he's in Europe right now. He'll be back.
Yeah. Mice and Men, me watching Notre Dame highlights.
Yeah, Notre Dame. They're storming on the
I'll
field.
be like, dude, they're gonna be pretty good this year.
Yeah. What do you? Okay. What's your Lenny of Mice and Men? That's a great thought. What's your Mice and Men moment? Like how? So I take you out to the river.
Yeah.
To shoot you in the back of the head. What do I whisper in your ear that makes you smile? I know mine. I know mine.
What's yours?
I know mine. Hey, buddy. I got a cold beer for you. You want to hang out, just me and you, drink, and just make each other giggle?
Yeah.
I go, yeah. I go, and I just,
True.
I love the idea of you haven't had a beer yet, but you're about to. Oh, that fucking energy.
It's the best feeling.
Oh, it's the best.
Someone
Yeah.
blows your head off.
And then blows my fucking
What if they
head.
like shoot you and miss and you're just like, on the ground?
Blows your fucking jaw off.
What the fuck, dude? Why are you shooting a fucking head?
Are you shooting this to me?
You're just drinking beer through tubes.
What's yours? What would be yours? What's a nice thing you like?
I think it'd be someone just being like, dude, you're so fucking cool. And I'm like, yeah, I know, dude. You're like, dude, you're the fucking man.
Yeah.
yours is True Romance.
Yeah. You're so cool.
You're so cool.
Wait, what part is that?
The very
The
end.
very end.
Hold on.
You're so
I just
cool.
watched it. I don't even
Did you
remember.
really?
For real?
Yeah, I just saw it for the first time.
It's the best. It's awesome.
You know the dad.
It's rough language, though.
The guy that goes, they shot me, man. I'm bleeding, man. The big blonde guy.
Maybe I'm thinking of Blue Velvet.
Oh, I love Blue Velvet.
Which one's Blue Velvet?
That's the David Lynch weird movie with like the worms and the
No,
dirt
it
and
was
stuff.
True Romance.
Romance
Brad
was-
Pitt.
Okay.
No. You're thinking of California.
No. You're Brad Pitt's in True
Brad
Romance.
Pitt's-
He's
Oh, yeah,
smoking
yeah,
the bong
yeah,
out of
yeah.
honey.
He, and what's his Gary Oldman?
Yep.
Yeah, the N word's in it pretty heavily.
Yes, there was some
Yes,
rough
I've seen
language
this,
for
yes.
sure. Some rough language,
Yeah.
unsavory stuff.
What the fuck part
Although
is
I
that?
was talking
Yeah.
about Italian, but I don't think that matters.
You're allowed to call them that. You're allowed to call Italians the N-word.
Back then, it was a different time. Yeah, do it in the end. He's just, you're so cool.
And fucking what's his name? Rappaport, dude. Rappaport's a beast in that.
Oh,
Right?
he is beast
great.
mode in that, dude.
He's great. Bronson Pinchot. I just want to go home. Man. Come on, help me, get me out of here right away.
Now I remember the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
end.
there
I'm
you
a
go.
fucking idiot,
Jesus.
dude. I just watched this movie.
Dude, it's the best.
Yeah.
Dude, my memory's starting to go. My memory's pretty shitty. You know?
My memory's not.
Really, that's awesome.
My memory's. I'm telling you.
Well, you're containing the whole universe in your fucking head. I hope it doesn't
Yeah.
fucking
Steroids help.
Hold on.
Really?
It helps.
Steroids.
It
No,
helps.
I think
It helps.
steroids
Does it make your
helps.
dick bigger? For real?
No, I'm not having producing that much cum.
Really?
Steroids.
Yeah, it looked like a baby spitting up. Like my dick was like.
Ew.
Yeah, I know. It caught me off guard. It's the first time that's ever happened.
Well, you got to save
From
it
the
up.
roids?
I think so. I mean,
What?
I'm juicing
You'd
pretty
think
heavily.
you'd be chucking
Hold
ropes.
on. Ray, what do you mean? You're juicing heavily?
Oh, I mean, yeah.
You're lying, dude. You can't be juicing heavily. Don't
juicing.
be.
It's not heavy.
Why
They-
are you juicing?
It's microdosing.
I mean, you saw my special. You said yourself,
No, I
you
didn't
look
say that.
low key jacked. Everyone said your shoulders, bro. Your
I did
shoulders.
not say you look
Delts.
low key jacked. I would never say you look low key jacked. Lemaire did make the fucking mistake of saying your shoulders look great. I was like, God damn it, dude.
I saw you when it came up on Netflix. You did, I don't know if you know you did it, but you licked your lips.
You saw his pupils expand.
Dude, getting rid of my mustache, really, you can see how I don't have any lips at all.
What are you talking about?
Devastating, dude. I have no lips at all. I just have a fat face and a hole that opens, dude. It's devastating.
My dad has no lips. My sister said kissing dad would be like licking an envelope.
Fuck. Yeah.
I thought Leanne had bigger lips. She doesn't though.
Really?
I thought that was something she had. She's got like your size lips. You got okay lips. I have big
You
lips.
got nice
Kissable
lips, man.
I have big lips.
Yeah, you do have some.
Which I throw the bottom one in there first.
You're
Let
not
him get a
Italian,
hold of that.
Oh,
A little Italian. No, I'm not. Irish, German.
nice.
When I was young, I would keep my bottom lip. I have my mouth open all the time, and I just would look like this.
Yeah, I'm still doing that. I'm fully still doing that.
So you bait with the bottom lip on a kiss. You just go.
Yep. Yeah.
Let him
I
nibble
put
a
that
little?
in there and let him play with it a little bit.
Let him nibble a little.
I like this. I go,
I make them penetrate my lips. You know?
yeah, I say, good luck.
I kissed a tongue-tied girl. You ever kiss a tongue-tied girl?
I don't know what that is.
Yeah. What is it?
It's when your tongue
she couldn't
doesn't
talk.
go outside of your mouth.
Oh, down here. Yeah.
It's connected to the bottom. And so
That's what tongue-tied is?
Yeah.
and so she couldn't get it out of her mouth, and so I had to go in and lick it. It was
Nice.
weird.
That was
And
nice.
and sidebar, she had she smoked cool cigarettes and drank Cavassier, and I was like, this is what it would smell like to fuck Tupac the whole time.
She
She's
said
from
yes.
Liverpool.
Really?
Oh, my God.
Oh, an English lady.
She's a scouser. See that
Scouser.
accent?
She's
That
like-
fucking, like...
She's like, choke me. I go, no. She goes, Scousers can't get knocked out.
Yeah, dude, that's a fucking rough... That's a disgusting lady, it sounds like.
No, she was pretty
No
rough.
offense to her,
She was
but-
pretty rough. She was pretty rough. We didn't have sex.
Nice. You just choked her.
I just choked her.
Speaking of-
Choked a lady.
Speaking of kissing, I was watching The Bachelor last night. It was just on.
Ooh.
That show's nuts, dude.
What's going on in the back?
There's a guy, I don't know his name. All he does is peck. He kisses the girls. He kisses them like
Tease.
10 times in a row. He won't stop kissing them.
Fuck.
Like kissing and being
OCD?
like, this is a really special moment. I'm so glad we're here together. Like he does that the whole time. And then he puts his forehead on their forehead after he's pecked them a few times.
That's kind of hot.
It's fucking disgusting. And then he went and visited this girl's house or her family. Everyone
pecked the
cried.
family? You
The
pecked the
whole
family?
the whole family cried.
Why?
I don't know. This is I guess The Bachelor's an emotional show for these people.
Yeah.
The brother started crying. They had an interview where the brother sat down with his sister and was like, "Are you ready to maybe get your heart broken again?" And she was like,
No.
"I am." And he's like, "'Cause you deserve your happy ever after." He started crying. It's like, dude, your sister's
What?
on a dating show and you're crying.
Your sister's blowing reality TV stars on NBC.
Oh,
They should do The
yeah, it
Bachelor
was fucked up.
with all bros and
sure.
one gay dude.
See
And
who can find him.
See if you can switch him. Because you know your brain when you get in that thing, those people aren't really in love. They get
they're
confused.
fucked. It's a
What?
reality show.
It's a reality show. They you believe you're in love, but you're not.
There's cameras.
Just cameras.
There's cameras, and
emotional,
you become a sick version of yourself. You say things you don't mean,
whoa.
dude. When I did Last Comic Standing, I said stuff that to this day makes me cringe, and because you for whatever so much awaits on the other side that I bet they could do it with straight up bros, and you get guys going, I guess I'm gay. I kissed him last night and it didn't bother me. And
So they're really I always thought they were just kind of putting on. They're like warping people basically.
they fuck him up.
Dude, my friend was on The Bachelor.
Yeah, true.
He cried.
I cried.
Before he left, I was like, dude, do not fucking cry.
You can have you wait? Hold on.
He said he sat in the car at the end. They played sad music. And he was like, I'm just going to miss all the guys I met, all my friends. He started crying because he was going to miss his friends.
Oh,
Dude, when there is a
fuck.
like a thing that goes over you when you're on a reality show, and you act and behave in ways you would never imagine. When I got kicked off Reality Bites Back, it was a Comedy Central show. I took all my clothes off and I got on top of a board table and I face fucked Michael Ian Black naked, and then did a backspin and stuck it.
With the cameras on?
Yeah. And I walked off set and I went, I might have just ruined my career. I literally laid in bed that night going.
What did MIB think about it?
He laughed. It was funny as fuck. It was funny. It was funny.
That's awesome.
It was funny.
I never even thought of that. MIBs, dude.
Yeah. He's cool. He laughed, and that gave it. It ended up working. It's funny now when you watch it.
Oh, I mean, it's hilarious.
But it could have not been, and I don't know why I did it. Like, it's because you get wrapped up in reality.
What'd they kick you off for?
Flirting with Greg Louganis.
Oh, yeah. Being gay on a show can happen to anybody. Yeah. It can happen to anybody, guys, just so you know.
What was the prize?
$10,000. Theo won.
Oh my
Theo
god!
won it, and him and Amy, I think they split it, but
I don't even remember this show.
Yeah, no.
it was me,
I don't think if it got greenlit.
Theo Vaughn,
Yeah.
Amy Schumer, Tiffany Haddish, Donnell Rollins, Red Grant, Kyle Cease,
Oh,
Mo Mandel, Chris Fairbanks, Jeff Garcia.
it's like the gladiatorium.
And they just, what happened? The show was just you guys in a house,
We all lived in a house,
and they voted you guys all. You guys voted each other off, or they
No.
just?
Every week was a mashup of an existing reality show. So instead of think you could dance, we did think so you think you can dive. So we all took diving lessons for the day and then dove. And then one was Biggest Loser, but we had to see who could gain the most weight. So we all just ate like fucking crazy for a day. And then we had one that was like The Bachelor with Lunel, and she gets us all, and me and Theo and Red win. We win, so we get our prize is we get to take a bath with Lunel. So Lunel, all the execs are in there, and Lunel goes in, and we get in, and Lunel takes her bathing suit off, and she goes, "Come on, boys, let's party." And so we take our bathing suits off. And then she gets up and she had 2 bathing suits on. And she takes our bathing suits, and me, Theo, and Red just get out with our dicks out, and everyone's like, "The fuck? Why are you using our bathing suits?"
God damn, dude.
It was a fun show. It was fun. The funniest part was
Then you face fucked MIBs.
yeah.
Why did you talking about MIBs?
Yeah.
With
It's
your
fun.
dick. You were hitting him with your penis.
No, they edited it out. I took
Well,
No, I mean
you
in
still
real
hit
life.
him.
no. I didn't hit him with my dick. I got close. I got close.
Oh, okay. So you were like flopping.
He was on a chair and I was on the table, and I put my heels on the back of his chair and pulled his chair.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive. I hit a fucking pretty tight backspin, like a breakdance backspin, and stuck it naked at the end. And then he broke character and started laughing, and that is what fucking saved me.
Thank God.
It was
What was going through your head in this moment?
nothing.
It was just
panic. You're embarrassed, and you just got kicked off a show, and you're like, I want to save this. I want
I see
to
what
be
you're saying.
funny.
Full
Yeah.
little kid. It's like a little kid birthday spaz. Like it's my birthday. People are like, they pull out the candles. You're like, "Ah!" Why is everyone looking at me?
I've always wondered about that, how real all it is, if it's like all overproduced or if they're like taking you aside, like, yo, go big. So it's just, they just film people.
First of all,
Do they fuck with you?
Yeah. We couldn't leave the house, and then they'd put you in a room for like 6 hours. You just sit in a room for 6 hours. You can't live. You're not living a regular life. You're at the beck and call of them. You're not talent, and they trick you. And like one of the things they did, which was like, I still cringe so bad. We took personality tests at the beginning, and they asked us really intimate questions, and then they brought us in, and they said, "You're in a dark room. You have to seduce a woman, and so tell her what you do to her sexually."
What the
Oh man.
So I do it.
CIA operation.
But you're trying to win. It's I think it was $8,000 an episode. And so you're trying to win. And so I do it. And the light goes on. It's my fucking mom. And I'm like,
What the fuck?
yeah. And so they fuck with you a little bit.
I mean,
I'd
that's
never
pretty
do a
bad.
reality show now, but I mean,
Yeah.
what's crazy is it was $8,000 an episode. And the very first episode,
Holy
it was
shit.
was Chris Fairbanks
Satanic.
and Kyle Cease were the two that could get voted off. And Theo had won, so he got to pick who to vote off. And Chris Fairbanks just goes up to Theo and goes, "Hey, will you not vote me off?" And Theo goes, "Okay." And then he just voted Kyle Cease. And Kyle Cease goes, "All I had to do was say, don't vote me off." And he was like, "Yeah, you didn't."
Damn.
Yeah, it was really it was an interesting experience. But yeah, I think you could. The reality shit. I think you could get people to do crazy shit.
Yeah, that's true. You are kind of like dangling like stardom and riches and above them. So
I do want to add one thing real quick. Look at our team, Matt. Look how locked in and excited they are.
yeah, what the fuck?
Look at their team.
Spaced.
No, they don't care. They were all
Space,
just looking
dude.
at their phones. No one cares. Look at our team. Locked in.
No,
Young.
Lemaire's standing.
Hungry. Hungry dogs run faster, dude.
Hungry dog.
Full dogs back there.
Team, clip that.
Team. Clip that one. Look at the team, dude. Our team is fucking inept.
They're like,
Our team is useless.
I call Lemaire
Stop
every week.
adding people to the
I
team.
call Lemaire every week.
Noah and Lemaire, he
call
keeps
Lemaire-
adding members.
Noah
My
asked
team,
me.
my
Noah
team
texted
looks
me
like
when-
they shower.
I talk to Lemaire every week. I said, Lemaire, what do you do exactly? Tell me exactly
What
you
exactly is it that you do around here?
do. What do you do? I got to give you something, dude.
I'm overseeing.
He does drive up here, which is huge.
Yeah, driving up sick.
Dude,
you
it's so nice.
hired Lemaire just to drive your car. That's so crazy.
It's nice. Because I do the mushroom microdose, so I go heavy on the
I
podcast day,
see.
so I can just sit in my seat and just go, oh.
Wait, you do a mushroom microdose?
For a couple
Everyone's
days a
doing
week.
that.
It's the best. Dude, toss it in the regimen, dude.
So hold on. I know let's go back to the mushrooms, but we still
sure.
need to cover steroids.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want to be jacked.
Okay.
Let's trade.
What are you doing? Is this a bit
No.
that you're making fun of
No.
some other people that are on steroids?
Nope.
Because that
they're
would
my
be funny.
brothers in arms.
When did you get the call? When did you figure out that you needed to spike the T?
I was at my cardiologist, and he does ultrasounds of all my organs. He was like, I think your liver enzymes are going to be up. It looks like you have a fatty liver. I went, really? And he was like, yeah. He's like, we should check your testosterone. I said, really? And he goes, well, if it's low, if we give you testosterone, it'll repair your liver. And I went, what? Say no more.
Yeah.
So I called up Waste Wellness guy Brigham. You ever fuck with Brigham down in Austin?
I don't know.
And what's interesting is Leanne had gotten on a similar protocol with
Nice.
Brigham.
You got your wife on T?
What? I think so, yeah. But she uses a cream. But she had long COVID, and she couldn't get through it. She wasn't sleeping, and she's going through menopause. So they run all their numbers and then find your vitamin levels and where you're low. And then they assign protocol just to get your numbers back to level. And I love testosterone.
Nice.
I injected it this morning into my stomach.
How did the first shot? Who shoots it for you?
Me, I love it. I take time
And
with
you
it.
fucking inject it in?
Yeah.
Just
Fucking
intramuscular?
just love it. Into my belly.
Anywhere specific in your belly or
I
just
go side to side.
What?
And I tell you what, my brain is moving so much
That's
faster.
just the confidence from the steroids, dude.
Whatever it is.
Your brain's moving.
I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the man, I'm the
The
man.
first time I went
I'm
in.
the best ever.
But when you talk about losing your memory, my first day I injected testosterone, I went in and I had to do a radio run in LA, and I was like old school. You guys never really did radio, so you don't remember. But radio is quicker than a podcast.
It's the worst. I
It's
hate
the best. It's the best.
it. I hate it.
Oh, come on.
Well, it's always because it's at fucking 6 a.m.
Yeah. I loved it.
But it also does nothing now. Maybe in some places like LA or whatever, but like
no. Like Cleveland, if you went and did Rover's Morning Glory, you'd fucking double your ticket sales.
the very last time I did radio, it was local news.
You did the Zoom.
They did a Zoom and local news.
That's not.
They just said Sean Gillis at the bottom. They couldn't hear me. It was coming in and out. I was like, yeah, what? And then when I got there, I think I also had to do radio, and I was like, the manager was
What
in
city?
Rochester, and the manager was in the crowd, and I was like, could somebody here clap if you saw me on the local news or radio today? Nothing. And I was like, all right, can you stop making people do that? Thank you.
Damn.
Yeah. And I think he did.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There's markets, Tampa, you'll move extra tickets, DC, Philly. Preston and Steve still fucking.
PNS. Yeah, he kicked me out of his house, man. I got beef with fucking Preston.
For real?
Yeah.
He kicked you out of your house?
Yeah, I was a long time ago. It was his like wife or whatever was the coach of the girls volleyball team. So we were there for Halloween, and he was like, "All right, guys, get out of here." So we took a bag of Reese's. I'm like, "Fuck this guy," and we left. I still have beef with him.
Yeah, he kicked all the boys out.
We were
'cause
with the girls.
He wanted the volleyball girls to himself.
Yeah, dude. I was pissed.
Did I just have a dream? Did I just talk about volleyball girls?
Really?
When?
How about that memory?
Where was that?
The team's on it though.
Oh yeah, I was.
You were talking
my
about it on
God.
stage?
Oh, Kill Tony,
Yeah, volleyball girls.
dude.
What
Yeah,
about
no shit.
It's
I have a
man,
bit in my special about it, about their shorts, about how it's totally not necessary.
It's not. I mean, it's.
Yeah.
Have you done? Did you ever do La Jolla?
No.
Dude, there's a beach volleyball tournament out there that is every fucking weekend. And I went for a jog, and as a dad, I had to turn myself around and go, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. This is not.
Yeah.
It's aggressive.
It's not right.
No.
It ain't right.
There's
ain't
no
right.
male equivalent.
So how is it now squashing your, you're saying as a dad, you had to squash your sex drive. You're on T though. So is it like,
Now you're hornier than ever.
yeah, you hornier
Yeah.
than ever?
I run through there like a fucking werewolf.
Yeah.
Bite the
Ripping
ball.
pants off. No, you don't squash. Here's the thing. It's not. You don't
You'd be
squash.
so slow in the sand. Too. You'd be like, they'd all get away.
Covered in sand.
It's like one of the worms from Dune.
Yeah, true. You could go under. You'd be a tremor. You could pop out.
Oh, like the guy from Spaceballs. Man, I ain't found shit. You don't. How old are your kids?
2 or 3
Okay.
in like 9 months.
You don't squash your sexuality. Like you don't squash it. It's interesting because you're not. As your daughters get older, you find that I guess nature takes over, and that you start seeing young girls as young girls, like your daughter, and so those shorts. I remember was looking at, and these girls were young too then, and going like, "Whoa, what the fuck?" Like you don't go like, "Oh, don't look at that." Like you're like, "Dude, who the fuck? What dad would be like? Yo, put these on,
Yeah, true.
and get out there." And
And you're like, I'm going to go jerk that guy
it's
off.
interesting. I'm more attracted
Compliments
to
to the
older.
chef. Thank you.
Compliments to the
I'm going to fight that guy and kiss him.
What'd you do to me out there? You freak. You want to fuck kids or something? What the fuck's the matter with you? You trying to get me to be a pedophile? Dude, yeah, volleyball kids are so hot. Dude. It's such bullshit, dude.
Oh my god.
I got hit with. I told you that fucking. There's this girl that's an LSU gymnast. She's so fucking hot, dude.
Yeah.
So I was on her Instagram
Talking volleyball college kids.
talking volleyball college
Okay,
kids. Now we're
that's
talking
out.
gymnast college kids.
For sure.
She's in a commercial now. Last night. I was sitting here and I was like, "That's the girl I look at her Instagram." I was like, "That's the hot girl that I stare at on Instagram."
How about track?
Yeah.
How about track?
Yeah, track girls.
They'll
Oh
get
my
you.
god.
Texas A&M has a hot track girl.
Sprinters, not the distance.
Australia has a hot lady that was she'd do
Yeah,
a
I
little
remember
dance
that.
before she ran.
freaks. Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's only a few of them, so I guess we're all talking about the same one.
Yeah, we're
definitely
My
on
favorite ones are
Texas
the black
A&M
chicks.
girls.
The black chicks with the fucking when their nails are done.
Oh,
and their
yeah.
hair and their face is like DMV face, where they're just like,
True.
Don't get me started
Fucking
on this.
full
so
DMV
dude,
face.
yeah,
Sir,
yeah, sir. I love that. I love that.
I'm going to need you to go to the back of the line, sir.
Because when I run, my face is not. It's like
I call no racism on that. That doesn't count.
Yeah, when they clack on the keyboard with long nails, I go, "Oh."
yeah.
Bert, you're
That's
on
crazy.
My,
Keeping
am I
your
on?
face straight while you're running. It's nuts.
Was it your Instagram?
yeah. What's her name? Oh, there
Oh,
she
you're
is.
trying to find the gymnast.
All I follow is.
They can
gay
get a
dudes
little
right now.
scrappy doish though. The gymnast can get kind of like
Yeah, they get real
I'm
scrappy,
gonna
dude.
guys, I'm gonna hard pass on gymnasts.
No,
hard pass
all right,
on
here we go.
fucking-
I'll show you, dude.
you got to get them before they
I
fucking.
can
before they
guarantee you,
start
I'm
looking like
already
Brock
not into a
Lesnar.
gymnast.
Start looking like Brock Lesnar.
I need like an alternate gymnast where they're like, yeah, she's 6'2", but like she is still good.
Yeah, or like a ribbon twirler gymnast.
Bro,
Let me see what you got. See what you got.
she's...
Oh, I was wrong.
Come here. Pop those glasses on, dude. Get those spectacles out.
Wow. Whoa. How does she?
How does she support her body weight?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh, there. That's
Look at that picture.
Do you guys love her?
That's interesting.
Wait, how tall is she? She's at the bottom of the picture frame in that.
I care about her.
5'6".
She's 5'6".
5'6". My wife's 5'6". Hitler was 5'9". You can't watch a lot of Hitler stuff because then you start dropping Hitler facts and you look like a Nazi. You know, his dad was a beekeeper. She's pretty fucking.
LSU, bring her
She's
to me.
Birdie.
All right.
She's Birdie.
There
Birdie.
needs to be a filter where I put in my phone. I am a father, and I'm 50. No more hot chicks, no more young chicks.
Yeah.
I'm really attracted when you find like a fucking like a coach's wife. There's like a couple.
That's a nice fetish, dude.
I like to see a good Southern mama, coach wife. You know what I mean?
For you.
Remember Southern Mama? Remember that? Wasn't he a comic?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the guy who spazzed at JFL was like, enough of these fucking trans and blacks. They were like, what the fuck?
that was fucking
Right?
fun.
That guy ruled.
I forgot all about that.
Good for
Southern
him, dude.
Mama.
God, he went to JFL.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be all political like the rest of these fucking queers. People were like, boo. If I was there, I'd be like, yo, Southern Mama. Southern Mama went for it on stage.
He tried to get on my
He
podcast.
bombed.
Southern Mama tried to get on.
Yeah, he tried to get on my podcast. He was like, I don't remember.
He needs redemption. He
True.
didn't mean it. He
True.
didn't mean it. He was
It's a
trying to
high-pressure
He
situation.
was trying to goof off in a high pressure situation.
Yeah, he was.
That could have
trying,
happened to any of us.
He was trying to. You have a picture
kinda
of you
did
and
that.
Chappelle up on your mantle?
Yeah, my woman did that. Don't judge me.
The where's the picture of you and
I was
Rogan?
watching you intake.
I don't have a
things
picture with
that are
Rogan.
uncomfortable.
Is that Gabe Davis?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ! Legion of Skanks. Gabe, you have a bunch of Gabe Davis pictures.
No, there's
a
only
couple.
one.
There's two.
Is that
Don't lie.
Abraham Lincoln without his beard?
No, that's John Brown.
John Brown.
There's only one Gabe Davis for the record.
Gabe Davis is a
Spencer Brown.
fucking. Gabe Davis is a fucking man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
He's pretty fucking.
He's pretty neat.
But see that even that like he's when I was talking to him, I'm older than his parents.
I do have to get rid of that picture. You're right. The other one is just me doing stand up.
You know.
No, you're in the one. You're in the other one.
What other one?
this.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, you little fucking baby. Now it's cool. Look at that one. Still got that one from. Remember that day? That's a cool picture. Remember that?
Fucking picture.
Yeah.
I need a picture of you in my house. I just want to get one. Like I want to put your
one.
headshot up.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
I think I had a good boy haircut in my pictures.
Dude, you did.
I have a good boy haircut.
That's if you paid attention. Every time you get a good boy haircut, something big's about to happen, dude.
Something terrible is about to happen.
So wait, do you feel the mushrooms at all?
No, you take them so they're like you don't have like a heavy onset. You get yourself to the heavy onset feeling, and then you just scale it back. So you're taking the maximal amount that doesn't give you like a. Every now and again, I'll have moments where I'm like, ooh, but it's nothing crazy. You don't feel like you're tripping at all.
I like to microdose with alcohol.
You can do that.
Like to find a.
Yeah, but it wears off. Then you're like,
No, but always just no. But you have like a doctor going like, and we're back in. We need a little sip of beer.
yeah.
Nice. And you're like,
I think that's what Valiums are.
Really?
You can titrate. Yeah, I
you
think
can't. You can't. Oh, Valiums. I was addicted to Valiums and Oxys for a period
nice.
of time. I fell off a waterfall.
How was
And
that? You fell off a waterfall?
Fell off a waterfall
In a barrel?
on my back. Yeah, Bam Margera was daring me to do it
You fell off a waterfall and landed on your back.
on my back. Yeah,
In the water?
no, on a rock.
Ah, dude.
On a rock.
The fuck?
Like where Jacob went to kill Isaac or whatever. His name
Yeah.
was. Like, and I was like,
Yeah.
What the fuck?
and yeah, it
How
was
high are we talking? What kind of
like
height?
15 feet.
Jesus Christ, dude.
I was rappelling, and I had a moment, and I was like, "This is really cool that I get to do this. This is fucking badass." I was like, and it was the last episode we were shooting, and I was like, "Hey, man, take a moment and like really drink it in." And so I looked over this canyon. I was like, "This is fucking awesome," and I kicked out a little bit to look, and there was algae, and I slipped, and I flipped upside down, and so and once you're upside down, now I'm just getting waterboarded, and I don't know what I was trying to do. They say I was trying to reach a GoPro. But I went and I let go of the rope and I just went vroom, and I landed on my back.
Holy shit.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And then I had to get they didn't have a helicopter. The funniest part of the story is my buddy Paul, who's a producer. That morning, he goes, we get to the thing, and I go, he had told me one time, if you ever don't take your blood pressure medicine, the next day just double it up. And I went, okay, yeah, this works. So then we get to do the thing, and he bought me a large dry suit, and I'm in double XL. So I had to squeeze into a dry suit. I go, Paul, and he goes, I'm slipping up today. Sorry, man. Sorry, I wasn't looking. And then I fucking rappel. I fall down, and Paul's at the bottom of the canyon. I say, hey, I need to get hella backed out. I can't move my legs. And he was like, I didn't organize one. I was like, what? And he goes, I didn't think you were going to fall. I go, yeah, that's why you get them. And he was like, yeah. And so we get to the top of the trailhead. I had to crawl on my hands and knees.
Oh, my God.
Up a fucking 220-foot cavern. I had to climb out and get
They
dragged
riding you
up.
like a donkey?
and then I get to the trailhead, and they come
Put
up.
equipment on your back.
They take my blood. The search and rescue's up there. They take my blood pressure, and they go, his blood pressure is 170 over 110. And they go, we're afraid you're going to stroke out. And I went, huh? I said, I haven't taken my blood pressure medicine. Don't worry. Just grab it out of my bag. I'll take double. And the lady goes, that's not how that works. I went, what? She goes, you can't just take double your blood pressure medicine. And my buddy Paul goes, I'm 0 for 3 today.
Damn.
So what happened? So then you got addicted to the oxys and the Valium?
So it's amazing. You take an oxy and the pain goes away.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I've never had anything like it. So I took an oxy. This is how bad I was in pain. I took an oxy and a Valium that night, and then I went to bed, and they wore off. And I didn't have the pills near me, and I had to piss, and I couldn't get out of bed. So I had to piss in the fucking bed in a hotel room. And then
That's fair.
and then
Hotel.
I was like, that'll never happen
I've done
again.
that a bunch of times.
I kept the pills right next to me all the
Damn.
times. And then I woke up one morning like a month later, and then I had a gig. I had a gig for $25,000 in Aspen, and my wife's like, "You're making that gig."
Yeah.
Isla and her flew out. They got me in North Carolina.
You're on oxy and alcohol?
Oxy,
Trying to do
alcohol,
stand-up?
and Vicodin.
Holy shit.
And oxy, alcohol. At this time, oxy, alcohol, Vicodin, and Valium.
Jesus.
And I'm drinking, and I get up to do the thing, and I'm fucking already a little fucked up. I start doing some material, and it was all millionaires. These guys were like hedge fund dudes. And the guy goes, just tell the machine and drink with us. And I went, what? He goes, that's all. Just tell the machine. I told him I want him here in the machine, and then drink with us. And I was like, okay. And then one guy's like, can you give us nicknames? I was like, sure. So I gave everyone nicknames. I told the machine, and then I drank with them.
Yeah, no problem.
But then one day I woke up, and Leanne was standing over my bed, and she had both pills.
I mean, I'm so mad for you for them doing that.
What?
Saying that while you're on stage. I would have been furious.
Oh, no, I love it. I was like, good. I don't have to do any
True. I mean,
material.
it is nice
in
to
and
just be
out.
like, all right, well, we're done then.
Guys, we paid $25,000 just to have you drink with us. Just drink with us, party with us tonight. And so we got fucked up in Aspen, and that was it.
That's nice, though.
Yeah. And then Leanne one morning was standing over me, and she had my pills, both sets of pills, and she said, you're done with these. And I was like, oh, no. I actually need one to get out of bed. And she goes, nope, and threw them away. And I was like,
Ooh.
That was a good move.
How long were you on him for?
probably, I'm guessing a month or 2 months. But this is the slippery part of this.
I think
is that-
you'd be addicted that quickly.
Oh, they'll get you. Yeah, they'll get
well,
you.
what
They gave
happened
him
is
like a
I had
week.
a script.
Oh, yeah.
I had a
They'll
script in
withdraw
North
from after a couple
Carolina,
months.
and then that I got filled, and then I could get a script filled in LA. And I was taking every 4 hours. I was taking a pill.
What
'Cause
was,
it was
what was the
prescribed.
milligram? You know the milligrams?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But and then I went, and Leanne took me to a pot doctor, and I got weed.
Nice.
And we went, and then, but if Leanne is ever going to tell you a moment where I was at my lowest, we went camping that weekend, and I was coming off oxys, and I said some wild shit to her. I said some. I mean, I was.
Yeah.
That was her fault.
Give me the fucking oxys, you dumb bitch. Come here.
Dude,
I'm sorry, baby. I take that back. I love you. You know I love you so much. Come here. Give me the fucking oxy.
After a couple months, you'll start getting physically addicted.
Yeah,
So that sucks.
I said something she will bring up every now and then,
That's the worst.
and she'll just go, just so you know how much I love you. You said that to me.
That's
And I
the
went,
drugs talking,
yeah,
baby.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
drugs talking.
drugs, baby girl.
That's the drugs. Oh,
Come
that
here, my
stinks.
little doll, baby.
Yeah, no, but I'm glad. I mean, I'm glad I went through it and figured it out.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
would've
I
sucked.
think 'cause at least I know I'm not It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, if you had to, it would suck if you had to make fucking Oxycontin's fun.
You could. That could be the next special.
It's party time.
No more booze. No more booze. It's Oxycontin.
Yeah, guys, steroids and oxys.
Someone zapping you.
We said we went to. Have you ever been around someone that my buddy? Never mind, I can't say that. I have a best friend that I had in. I can't say any of this. Sorry.
I've been around people nodding out. Yeah, it's sad, terrible.
We were in Hawaii, and Leanne one time. Leanne's like, "Hey, no booze this trip." I said, "What?" She goes, "Let's make it about the girls. No booze, no partying, no none. It's not ours. It's all about the girls." And so I was like fucking livid until I got there, and then I could drive the rental car, and I was like, I've never driven in Hawaii because I'm always hammered. It's
a beautiful drive.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And then I'm waking up early, and George and I are hanging out. The only time I wanted to drink, we went to Luau. I didn't know we could do that. I've been holding them in.
No, you can totally
Go wild.
And there was a woman nodding out next to us like this. And I was like,
no.
yeah. And she was at our table. And I was like, I'm so glad I'm not drinking right now.
Yeah.
She was just like this. But I will tell you, no booze on a family trip can get a little taxing.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah.
There's no way I'm going to the beach and not.
Today's episode is sponsored by Honey, the easy way to save when shopping on your iPhone or computer. We're not going to ask you what you're buying online in the middle of the night. Whatever it is, Honey can help you get it for less. It's a free tool that finds internet promo codes and automatically applies them to your cart. I mean, Honey has saved me literally tens of thousands of dollars. Manually searching for coupon codes is now a thing of the past. Honey doesn't just work on desktops. It works on your iPhone too. Just activate it on Safari on your phone and save on the go. If you don't already have Honey, you could be straight up missing out. And by getting it, you'll be doing yourself a solid in supporting the show. Get PayPal Honey for free at joinhoney.com/drenched. That's joinhoney.com/drenched. See the show notes.
Guys, let's get back to the freaking podcast. I'll do Sheathies.
Yes.
Today's episode is sponsored by Sheath Underwear. If you're tired of having your dick stuck to your balls, it's time to try Sheath. This underwear features 2 pouches, one for your dick and one for your balls, to keep it breezy down there. It comes in tons of cool patterns to help you look good and feel comfortable. I actually wear Sheath constantly. Yeah. I think we both do. Are you wearing them now?
Yeah,
I'm wearing them right now.
Pretty sure I am.
Let me see.
Yep.
Let me see. Is your dick in the pouch?
No,
Is your dick in nutsack?
I'm wearing my classic Hanes. They feel like a parachute on me now.
I've got, yeah.
I hate them. I honestly, I will say I
need to wear
dislike them.
Sheath.
Yeah, I thought I was wearing them.
For the ladies, check out Sheath sports bras, bikini briefs, and boy shorts. Ooh, I'd love to get a sports bra from Sheath to make my girlfriend wear it.
And jog.
And that's it's time to start jogging. Go to sheathunderwear.com and use code DRENCH to get 20% off your first order. Plus Sheath's underwear, 100% money back guarantee. That's sheathunderwear.com, promo code DRENCH. Get Sheath underwear, support the show, support your balls. Thank you. Hey, Matt. Shall we get back to the podcast?
Let's go.
I was having such a good time.
Me too.
Let's get Bert back in here. Bert.
You already know that Manscaped has the right tools to handle your balls.
All about the nuts.
All about our balls, dude. Now trust them with your face with the brand new Beard Hedger Pro kit. Dude, I mean, how important, you know how important it is to have a great shaving kit. Look at that clean shaven face. That's crazy, dude. That's fucking crazy.
Are you fucking making fun of me?
No. I was saying you're clean shaven. I got to clean shave too. You have a good boy face. I'm jealous. I love when I come down with a good boy face and my wife goes, "Oh, you shave. Oh, look at it."
Yeah.
People have been treating me like a piece of shit in my
I
own
regret
house.
it. My mustache was cool.
It'll come right back. You have a 5 o'clock stash. You're actually kind of getting a 5 o'clock stash. It's actually pretty nice.
Thanks, man.
I see it coming back. The Beard Hedger gives you 20 hair cutting lengths, all at the turn of a dial. No more changing out attachments. The Weed Whacker 2.0 tackles the rest, making ear and nose hairs a thing of the past.
Love it. Love it.
Oh boy.
Love getting a good nose trim.
Ear trims?
I've never trimmed my ears.
I have not
but
either.
Good Lord.
There's dudes out there. There's some goblins out there.
There's some freaks out there. Holy shit.
You better cut that down. It'd be embarrassing if someone saw your ear hairs. Manscaped included beard and oil balm will keep you feeling fresh and looking great. They're also throwing in a beard brush, comb, and scissors. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code DRENCHED at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code DRENCHED at manscaped.com. See the show notes.
Matt, let's get back to having fun.
Let's get back to the show.
Are you drinking tonight? You have to fly out
I'm
tonight?
not drinking. Oh, actually, you know what? I got to do fucking Tuesdays with Stories tonight, live.
What's Tuesdays
Norman
with
and
Stories?
Joe List podcast.
Okay.
So I'll probably have a couple cocktails for that one.
Hey, would it be weird if I went in and heckled?
No,
And just put on an outfit?
no, I think it'd be funny.
Let me go up. I want to tell a joke.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
so
then,
fun.
Dude, we
Remember the
told this
assassin?
podcast a bunch of times.
Dude.
An assassin at a live podcast is the funniest thing.
So
So
funny.
me and Matt, it was at Skankfest, and it was Jason Ellis's podcast, but it was like Soder, Louis J.
Yeah.
yeah.
Big J, I
and
think.
Big J was
I
up
think
there.
so.
They were all up there, and me and Matt were in the back, and we were talking to this guy, and he was like, "What did he ask for?" He asked
He's
for
wanted a picture.
He wanted a picture, and I was like, "The only way you can get a picture is if you go up there and tell them to shut the fuck up." This guy, without
No.
even
Say, this is not funny.
this is not funny.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up. This isn't funny. Shut up. So in the middle of a live podcast, this dude standing walks to the front and just goes, "Hey, hey." And they're like, "What?" He goes, "Shut up. This isn't funny. Be funny." Oh yeah, he started saying
Be funny.
He's
At
like,
the
"Be
fucking
funny.
shutdown."
Shut the fuck up. Be funny." And dude, of course, Lewis is like, you get the fuck out of here. This is my festival. I'll fucking."
You know, I could unravel Joe
He
List.
didn't stop. The guy didn't stop.
For real?
Lewis is in the middle of
Stood
like
his ground.
kicking the fuck out, and the guy just goes, "Shut up." and then he walked back, and Soder was on it. Soder watched.
Yeah, he
Soder
followed him.
followed where he walked. And he saw me and Matt in the back, like he was like, "Oh, that was Shane."
Yeah, he's an old wizard, dude. He went, this isn't right. This
there's
isn't
something-
real.
Oh, it was
Yeah, it
so
was very funny.
You could, if we sent you,
Oh,
dude,
dude.
just from the back, just be like, "Shut the fuck
The guy
up."
with the glasses is bothering me.
You could say him or Norman, and they would both.
Norman, I think wouldn't be. I would imagine Joe would get more razzled than.
I think that would fuck everybody up.
Yeah, I was going to say I couldn't.
That would fuck me up. If I
live
didn't know it,
live podcasts are hard.
they are hard.
Yeah. Someone singles you out too, like, yo, that guy, shut the
that guy's
fuck
bringing
up.
the whole podcast down. Shut up. Yeah,
Talk less.
I would leave.
This would be
I
better
would
without
leave.
the other guy. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, like Mans does when I did a podcast with Mark Norman, and
Oh, well,
and
of
Mans
course. Mans wants
just
to
goes,
suck Mark Norman.
yeah, he goes, Bert, stop talking. In the
Who
middle of the
said that?
podcast, I go, Mans, it's my fucking podcast. He goes, yeah, but you're not letting Mark talk enough.
What the hell?
He loves Norman.
He loves.
hates me.
What?
When I show up, he's like, "Hey, what's up?" When Norman shows up, he's like, "Mark, hey, hey, Mark." Like hugs. He gives him like a real slimy hug. Like, oh.
What the hell?
I wonder if I'm going to go into. Not true.
No, don't be fooled, dude. That guy's a dickhead back there. Don't be fooled. That guy is a mean dickhead, dude.
Oh,
He
Mark,
knows I love him.
Hold on. You realize that Tuesday with
Team,
Stories
stay
is his
close.
favorite fucking podcast.
It's a good
I guarantee
podcast.
I guarantee you he makes us go into Manhattan to watch that fucking live
You
stupid
guys,
podcast.
yeah, definitely come. We'll have some drinks.
All right.
Some. I got to go to Austin in the morning.
What time?
Probably late.
Are you doing the podcast and?
Probably late. Doing the podcast in Rogan.
Yeah.
Rogan's show. Actually, I don't know if we're doing the podcast, but definitely just going down.
It's a
Do the
good club.
shows. Yeah. I'm going to do Kill Tony.
Are you?
Yeah. Unless that's a secret.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Fuck it.
It'll be out tomorrow anyway.
Yeah.
Secret's out.
But
You doing spots tonight?
tonight, no.
Just doing live. Where's the
Just doing a
podcast
live
at the stand?
podcast. I think it's at the Gramercy Theater.
Oh, it's like is that a big place?
It's not huge.
It sounds big.
It does sound huge. It sounds big.
historic.
It's
Yeah,
It does sound historic.
Yeah, I'm like, I know that.
not. Yeah, I mean, it's big.
Do you know? You want to hear something funny? There's a theater in Atlanta called.
It's 500 seats.
That's
pretty fucking big.
Yeah.
Jeez, is it sold out?
Yeah, definitely.
Fucking live podcast, 500 seats. The Tabernacle.
oh. That sounds
What's the matter?
Oh no, it was
Fucking Lemaire.
What was that, Lemire?
did the hour. I was just telling you did the hour.
Oh, we're at an hour? Oh, good job.
All right.
Yeah. Well, let's put it down. Here,
So-
go ahead. Cut off, Bert. Bert, stop. Lemaire, go.
Razzle. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, nope.
There's a
No one's actually mad. Shut up. Shut the fuck up,
So you're at
dude.
the Tabernacle.
there's a venue in Atlanta called the Tabernacle, which is an old church.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I'm there. Well, I don't know why I'm telling you this story right now.
Talking theater.
Oh, because we were talking about Gramercy theaters. And so what you picture it being versus what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go in and I'm like, this is fucking beautiful. And my buddy and his son are with me. And I said, and his son goes, what was this? I said, this is an old black church. And this black guy goes, the fuck did you just say? I go, this is an old black church. Isn't this like an old black church? And he goes, you think black people were allowed to have churches like this in the South? And I went, oh, I never realized that. And he goes, yeah, this was a white church. He goes, have you ever seen Martin Luther King's church? I go, and then I realized
Yeah,
I
of
have.
course I
It's a
have.
fucking
Yeah, obviously, I
box.
still go. Duh.
But it's like your brain, my brain didn't do the math of going, obviously they were never giving this to black people. Martin Luther King's church is like a box.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like it was a really small. So I was like, I don't know why, because you were saying Gramercy
That
Theater.
makes sense. He didn't have to go that hard on you. It's like, all right, dude, I was,
Yeah,
penalizing
also-
me for being not racist, basically.
I thought hopefully he was just going to be like, you can just say church.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, no, but it was cooler when I thought
yeah,
that you'd hear
fun.
gospel singing,
Yeah,
and like,
true,
and
you
like
saw it
people
all.
passing out, and the
Yeah.
sun shines in, and,
Fun church.
yeah, fun church.
Yeah, you saw it, but
But it was just a racist church.
it's a white church.
It wasn't a church; it was a church.
Church. Here's what I wanted to say. I think I might have said it to you before on something, but I was Machine Trailer.
Yeah,
Sick, dude.
thank you.
You told me about it the first time,
Oh yeah, I showed it to
and
you.
then when you showed me the trailer, I was like, it's crazy
Yeah,
how good that looks.
I have a lot of vulnerability out there right now.
Yeah.
I'm
Netflix special and
Netflix
movie
special
trailer.
movie.
That's scary stuff, dude.
Yeah,
Oh, how about so you showed it in Tampa? So I missed it. This would have been a hang, dude. I missed it,
dude.
I was so bummed. So I was doing a show in Tampa. He was doing a show in Tampa. I went over to he was doing the arena. He was doing where the Lightning play.
Sick.
The Bolts, which by the way, they gave us a bunch of like Lightning hats and shit. I put it on. Their logo looks like I put it on. McKeever was like, anytime you wear a Lightning logo, you just look like you're wearing a superhero hat. He's like, you just look like a guy who's wearing superhero merch. And I was like, fuck. I just exchanged my hat for one that said Tampa Bay Lightning because the other one was just a lightning bolt. I was like, fuck, I definitely look like a superhero fan. But you showed the trailer there anyway, and we just missed it. Fucking Mike Allstott and who was the other
Derek
one?
Brooks
Derek Brooks. Oh,
and bar none, William Floyd, running back for the 49ers. It was
Mike
Wade,
Allstott.
Wade Boggs.
All time.
Wade Boggs and Mike Allstott.
Dude, it was.
I missed the hang, dude.
Yeah.
Can I tell you the coolest part of that?
Mike Allstott is the coolest part of it.
Mike Allstott
Derek
is
Brooks is also
fucking-
there. 5'5". Come on.
So Derek Brooks
Florida
comes,
State. Derek
comes
Brooks.
yeah. He comes to give me my jersey.
Mike Allstott, Purdue.
Mike Allstott went Purdue.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that one.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Derek Brooks comes.
Imagine what he was doing in college.
Who, Mike
Christ.
Allstott?
Mike Allstott.
He
was doing
makes
it in the pros,
Christian
dude.
McCaffrey look tiny.
Yeah, he's a freak.
They're
They're
today,
totally different. They're totally different.
but he's fucking jacked.
Now he's even more jacked. He looks insane.
Really?
Yeah.
Mike
So
Allstott.
He's nasty. I know.
Yoked, dude.
I know.
Hold on. I want to keep talking
no,
about Mike
no,
Allstott.
no,
I
I'm
know
going to
it's
tell
a
you the
video
Derek
game.
I want
Brooks
to think
story.
about Mike Allstott
I
running
might have
over
already told it
guys.
to you. I didn't
No,
know.
tell me. I wanna hear it.
I think I might have already told you.
Who cares? You and me are drunk almost all of our conversations, dude.
Derek, my dad was my first time my dad ever saw me do stand up. He's never seen me do stand up, and so he was really uncomfortable. Like he got backstage and he was just like, "This guy was good." And yeah, you know, like didn't know how to compartmentalize feelings or anything. And he was kind of shut down. And then Derek Brooks came backstage. And my dad lights up. And he's like, and like looks at me. He's like, "Yeah, Derek Brooks." And I go, "Yeah." And I go, "He just gave me like a jersey and like a thing package and do a trade shot with him." And he goes, "You know Derek Brooks?" I go, "Not really, but." And Derek Brooks says to my dad, "How cool is it to see where he's come from to where he is today?" And my dad goes, "Well, yeah, I've never seen him do stand up before." And Derek Brooks goes, "I was at his first show." I was like, "You were at my first show?" He goes, "Potbellies. I saw you do stand up for the first time ever."
Wow.
And I went,
"What the fuck?"
I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" He's like, "Yeah, man. I went with Miles." And I was like, "Holy shit." He's like, "It's cool, man. I saw you in Tallahassee at Potbellies, and now I see you at the arena." He goes, "Man, you make me proud." And I was like, "Holy shit!" I started like tearing up.
Yeah.
My dad's like, "Derek Brooks saw you, buddy."
Yeah, she's like, "No, you make me proud, dude."
No, I'm the
Proud one.
I'm the proud one, you black son of a bitch. That's my son. Derek Brooks fucking rules, dude. All-Star. Come on, dude. Tell me more about All-Star, dude.
All-Star was fucking
Lower
great.
in the shoulder.
All-Star was fucking awesome.
So sick.
Remember when Chris Berman would do that when he would run?
He was
You're in
nasty.
safe hands with All-Star, and then he would. All the highlights would be him trucking guys.
We
I
can
got
watch. We
a
should
text
definitely
that
watch
morning.
him
They
after this.
said, "Hey, there's a guy named Mike Allstott that would." I go, "Yes. Are you putting on Allstott highlights?"
Obviously. All-Star is the dude. If you're white, you love Mike All-Star.
He was the fuck. Dude. Did you see how fucking jacked he is now?
Yeah.
He's shredded.
Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that.
I went, yeah.
If you're white, you love Mike All-Star.
I mean, you kind of do.
Obviously.
I know all power. That's the one thing I did follow in football was power backs. I know
Jerome Bettis, Mike
Bettis.
All-Star, dude. What's better than seeing the bus? Crack
It's-
one,
Oh,
dude.
I was more like Walter Payton,
You like sweetness.
Tony
you like
Dorsett. Like that was my.
Okay. I can respect that. I was a power back head. I told you I filled out one of my spelling tests as Jerome
shit.
Bettis in grade school. Got in trouble.
Wait,
Really?
who's your all-time favorite Eagle?
Oh.
Oh,
I got mine.
mine's. Dude, I loved Mike Vick when he was with the Eagles.
Did you?
I
It's a
loved.
good
I
one.
loved Mike Vick.
I liked Terrell Owens.
Put
lot,
on a
too.
Mike Vick
T.O. was
highlight
nice.
reel. I could fucking watch that. You ready for mine?
I don't
Harold
really have a favorite
Carmichael.
Eagle.
That's a good one. That's people's
Jesus Christ, dude.
Mike Allstott 6 years ago. Half-hour highlight video. Look at this.
Look at this.
dude.
Oh
Oh,
my
fucking-
God, man.
Yes.
Wow.
There's Derek.
There's Derek.
Let's see it. Let's
Look
see
at
him
this.
do
Come
it.
here.
Punch it in, dude.
Punch it in, dude.
God
Nope.
damn.
Nope.
Denied.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not done.
Get-
I'm not done because I had to work for it. Because I
Everybody
wasn't
get
born
off me.
fucking with privilege.
Okay. That was- you just did what he did with the ball, dude. Like,
True.
what?
Look at this.
There
Come
we
here.
go. Yeah.
Get the fuck off of me, dude.
Oh my
Look at
God.
Gruden, dude.
Jesus.
Look at
see
this.
this
Look at
Christ.
this. Look at this.
That's how a white man runs the football.
Should we FaceTime
North
Mike
and South.
Allstott?
None of that dancing bullshit.
Hands the ball right to the ref.
Sap 99, dude.
Yeah, Sapp was one of my favorite players
Sap,
too.
Lynch, Derek Brooks, Barber.
I might be
God,
a
what a-
Buccaneers fan now.
I
that
used
think
to.
about
This
it.
was my favorite
Was
team.
your squad?
Dude, this
I used
was
to
a
love
good.
this team.
Yeah.
This was a good fucking team.
Look at that freak, dude.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Come
He's
here. Get the fuck off me,
like
dude.
a WWE guy.
That team was a great fucking team. Sap, Allstott,
Yeah.
Derek
Lynch.
Brooks.
Damn, dude.
Simeon Rice.
Satiki Barber too.
Rondé Barber.
Rondi.
Simeon Rice.
Look at these guys. We'll have to pop the vid. We'll pop the vid.
Brian
in.
Kelly.
Who?
There's some deep cuts
Martin
here.
Martin
That's the other
Gramatica.
corner.
Martin Gramatica.
Martin Gramatica. Automatica.
Who's that guy?
Martin Gramatica.
Who's the kicker?
Remembered
Who's
me.
the kicker?
Automatica Gramatica.
He has a kick. Kickers all look the same. Look like they
No,
like.
that's All-Star, dude.
Oh, that's Allside?
Dude, how dare you say All-Star?
I've never
I
seen him
love
without a
those
helmet.
creamsicle. I love those creamsicle.
I've never seen him without
uniforms.
his helmet, dude. Lordy,
Lordy, can't stop 40.
That's what Allstar looks like?
Look at that.
Oh,
That kid got jacked after that.
Holy
That
shit.
was like
dude.
one of, that was
no way
a,
that kid's
like
still
Mike. No, he took All-Star's powers. He was flying down.
Knocked the bolts off the wheelchair.
Dungy, young Dungy.
Dang, dude.
Tony
Love
Dungy.
seeing All-Star run the ball.
Yeah, it was a tough one. Dungy put the whole team together, and then in 2001 he left, and Gruden got the Super Bowl.
Gruden sent an email like, "What a fucking dork!"
It's crazy that I'm getting to meet my heroes now. Trent Dilfer.
Yeah, he was nice too. This is all off of NFL Blitz, my memory.
Yeah, it was a good squad.
Dilfer was
I
nasty.
mean, work done back there with him.
Work done. I graduated with work done. We sat next to each other.
Really?
In graduation. And he said, I was written up in Rolling Stone magazine as like the party animal. And we were sitting next to each other and they were taking pictures of us. I said, "You're going to Tampa?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm from Tampa." He said, "Cool." I said, he goes, "You're the party guy?" I said, "Yeah." And I go, "When you go down there, if you want, I can hook you up with some of my friends." And he goes, "No, I'm good."
Yeah.
I said, "Really?" He goes,
Trying
"I
to
don't
have a
think I ever
career.
want to be friends with your friends." I went, "Really?" He goes, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I don't do any of that shit.
Just
I'm trying to
pure
play
athlete.
football, man. And I
Oh,
was like,
wow.
"Oh yeah, good call." I was like, "Yeah, you're on my team. Can you? Yeah, please bust your ass."
Oh, that's nice. Good for him. Just being like, "No, that's."
He's a great dude. He's a great dude.
Just transfixed. I'm sorry. I gotta turn this off. I can't
Turn it
stop.
off. This is like fucking TikTok.
It's so fun, dude.
Pull him off.
Why don't I have more highlights of sports in my TikToks? You know what I have? All I have are gay dudes in my TikToks.
Nice. That's what you want.
Have you heard Luke and his sassy brother Scott? Good one.
What do they do?
Just
sad.
Like gay sassy commentary.
They're two gay brothers. I think they're both gay brothers.
Oh, I got a
Gay
good one. I
brothers
got
are
a
the
good gay
best.
dude.
I got a better one. I got the best one you'll ever find.
There's one of this kid named Dakota.
Oh, Dakota Wright! Dakota Wright!
yeah.
I fucking love Dakota. I'm
so
DMing him right
it's
now.
so funny.
He's fucking dude. That's all I've been doing.
It's so funny. It's like
Dinner at
hey,
DJ's.
y'all, yeah. Olive Garden orders. For to drink, I'm having. Yeah, it's so
For
good.
to drink.
It's just these gay Southern dudes.
And then
that
his
go-
husband, his name's what's his husband's
I don't
name?
know.
His husband goes, "You're 2000 late. I'm 2008. This already."
This gay guys just going to shit. They're like,
down.
we're gonna go to CC orders, CC Pizza's orders. They're like, dude, for to drink, I'm
to
gonna have a
drink.
Mountain Dew. It's so good.
Just gay guys
it-
ordering pizza.
Gay guys, almost ASMR. They like ASMR.
Yeah.
It's
It
very
is
good.
so fucking
what I
great.
have ordered.
It is
Yeah.
so fucking. I'm so glad you like Dakota.
Yeah, it got me fired up. I followed him. And I was like, he probably saw me falling. I was like, Jesus,
I DM'd him.
this freak's following me.
I put him in my stories. I was
Yeah,
like,
it's so
and I've
funny.
been doing him all day.
Really?
They love it. They love it.
I go, "Hey guys, Austin drink order." I said,
Yes.
I got a martini with extra olives because I love.
Yeah, it's fun to do.
Damn.
It's fun to do, man.
You gotta take it all the way.
Yeah.
You get pounded, dude. Afterwards, you gotta put it up. And
Oh,
get
you mean
pounded.
really go with the
Yeah,
character?
yeah, exactly. To get in deep. Otherwise, you're not gonna nail the Little Caesars order, dude.
Yeah.
His husband's
fuck.
just as good as he is.
Yeah.
Luke and his sassy brother Scott are pretty fun too because Scott really fucking wilds out. Like he's like, and his brother kind of fucks with him. He'll set up the camera and be like, "Scott, I dropped a glass in your pool," and he's, no, you twit, you fucking twit. This is what's wrong with you. God damn it! Like it's fucking
Gay
good.
British dudes?
I got to just play you with just a clip so you get an
English
idea.
is already pretty
I was about
gay.
to say they might have just converted slowly.
They're already gay.
Wow, fucking Chris Rock just texted me. Great.
Yeah, every gay guy wants to be British. I would say.
Sick.
No one got that.
Sick.
It's a joke. He
Oh.
texted me. I don't fucking know Chris Rock.
Oh, assumed. I said, wow.
Yeah, have you ever met Chris
Wow,
Rock?
I just went, wow, what a braggart.
Oh, I guess that's a.
I text him.
Oh, you texted him
Yeah,
for real?
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I gotta get a picture.
You were saying you didn't like his special. What was
Oh,
it? No.
I was telling you.
No, I'm good. Wait,
Meanie.
what, Luke and sassy brother Scott.
Come on, bro. The good boy haircut. You
True.
can't bring me down today.
True, I just bounced right off you.
Yeah.
I would never say such a thing.
I would never say that. So
And sassy
try.
Scott. Melbourne brothers.
Oh, they're Australian boys.
Yeah. So they
God.
Ah, fuck.
they both got. You're following their story. They both got hair plugs.
Fuck me right in the ass. Oh,
And,
no.
and
You'd absolutely.
United since he kicked me out. We're being forced to see each other again as we've both got an appointment at Grow Clinics. Let's see what he's like. Let's go
Great
check
teeth.
this out.
Oh, yeah.
Scott,
Oh,
it's
he's
so
at a
good to see
dentist.
you. Have you missed me? I'm being treated. Get out. It's not your colour. Oh, because it's your colour.
because of your color.
Don't, Luke. See, you've got
Don't.
See, let me go. You look good, though. And I'm trying to meditate, so leave me alone and shut the door.
Dude, there's
Damn,
no.
I
there's-
never thought of gay Australian. That's the funniest
It's the
possible thing.
best. There's no stronger
Orc
bond than
Nye.
gay brothers, dude.
Yeah.
No stronger bond.
Like he'll do stuff like, Selena Gomez unfollows, and they go, no.
Oh, I saw that one. I saw that
Oh my
one.
God.
Dude, it's
It's like because I unfollowed her. It's like you
twit.
Yeah.
You have with twit.
Whoa, imagine
fucking
finding
love-
out. Imagine not telling your brother you're both gay, and you finally are like, I'm gay. Like, me too.
It'd be fun.
That'd be fun as hell, dude.
Yeah.
I think people don't. I don't think it's gay as like it used to be. I think you know it right away, and then you tell everyone right away. I don't think anyone comes out anymore.
No, people are still
You think?
definitely.
I think people wait a little bit.
I tried to say it to Joe yesterday, but I think I was pitched gay wrong as a kid.
What,
Like,
what,
I think-
what did you get?
Well, I enjoy the. What did I get?
I'm saying, like, what was the pitch?
Yeah.
I was, you're not gay, are you? And I was like,
Hell fucking no. Dude.
I was like, I don't know, what is it? And they're like, it's when you fuck in the ass and die. And I was like, whoa. So my uncle had AIDS, and so I was like, huh? I was like, I hope I'm not gay. This doesn't sound fun.
Hey, your uncle got AIDS?
You're one of them. Well, I think two of them actually.
Dang.
Yeah.
You guys love partying.
I think
Those are the
I think
real
it was-
party, but those are the Van Wilders. those are the real Van Wilders.
No, I think it was intravenous drugs. Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
that's-
yeah. The there were uncles by marriage.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure it was
they got it
intravenous
the right
drugs.
way.
But,
It was
uh,
definitely intravenous drugs. And yeah, my dog's still at that farm. The
Intravenous.
things we tell our kids.
It was intravenous
Yeah,
drugs.
intravenous drug use.
the
Nah,
I
it was
enjoy-
inner butt cock use, dude.
I just love these gay guys on Twitter, on TikTok. They're so much fun.
They are
Dude. They're
fun.
fun.
They're better than bros. Like bros had a
Whoa,
moment.
hold up
Bros had
there.
a moment.
Hold up there.
Bros
Bros
had
are-
a moment. Saturday for the
Yes,
boys
yes.
was a moment when a guy would get on a jet ski and throw a football, and they go, "Let's fucking go!"
Yeah.
What
But
about
they,
bro
But they
comedy?
played it out. They played it out, and they need to reinvent
What about bro
themselves.
comedy?
Bro comedy was the pinnacle of comedy. Bro comedy movies strong on the way up here, dude. Sandler crushed it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Will-
yeah.
It's dead now. You can't do it now. Bro comedies, it's
Yeah, you can't. You
We're
can't
waiting.
do like.
there's a bro comedy frozen right now in a glacier, dude.
Could be the machine, dude.
You have the bro comedy?
But
out?
she's not bro comedy. I think it's
It's gay guys.
I don't know.
screaming.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's I
You
don't
got
know what
it's
it is.
you know it's just a straight. We'll
No,
find out.
I mean it's comedy, but it's definitely a comedy. but it's more I hate
It's
to
sophisticated.
no. It's like, this sounds crazy, but it's more like Romancing the Stone.
Okay.
Like a fun. It's an adventure comedy.
Nice.
So it's not like bro comedy was centered around one location, one area, one happening, and it was like two dudes.
A lot of them
right?
are two dudes on a road trip, though.
A lot
which
of
I
them.
think
True.
this one
I
kind of
pitched-
is.
Hangover.
This is me and Mark Hamill.
Tommy Boy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, maybe.
All that.
I pitched a movie to one time where it was me and Tom meet Johnny Depp, and he loves us, and he sends us on a road trip on a '57 Chevy that he buys to drive it to LA for him, and then he's going to finish filming, and then we'll meet him with his new car, and he's going to throw a party for us, and he gives us a list of things we got to collect along the way.
It's a turd out of his bed.
Damn. Turd in the bed is nuts.
She shit in the bed.
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, baby.
Thick turd, dude.
For real?
Big
Crazy.
old, big
That
old.
happens though.
For sure.
You ever
Obviously.
No,
shit
she
in the bed?
turded the bed on purpose.
Have you ever? Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I
no,
don't know.
I honestly, I don't think I've ever shit the
It was a
bed.
spite turd. It was like when you don't let your
You've
dog
never- you've
outside
shit-
and shits a
It was a
bed.
thick turd.
I
A
watched
nice
it.
turd, dude. I've never had
Smooth.
one turd that looked
A
like that.
smooth girl turd too.
Yeah.
They don't have any ridges on their turds. I don't know why. Guys, ours we have like little ball. You know, ours are like little collective
A real man shits diarrhea.
raisins in them.
Yeah.
A real man
Diarrhea all
splatters the back of the toilet.
True.
Yeah.
Like a Jackson Pollock, dude.
Spackle.
When we go on the road, I see what you do.
I destroy toilets.
You.
Oh, that's
fucking-
awesome.
I shit on the underneath side of the.
That's
seat.
dude. That's
I've had a
legendary.
lot of time to think about how that happens.
I
It's the intensity of the splash down and
Shoots
then
up.
it shoots
It's
up.
blowback.
I was
oh
always
my
wondering how
God.
it could possibly hit the
Yeah.
back.
You know what Leanne told me one time is, you never thought to wipe your legs. I go, what?
Oh
She
my
goes,
God.
if it's getting the underneath the toilet, then you'd freckled your ass with shit, and you're putting pants on and not wearing underwear, and it blew my
You got
mind.
shit on your nutsack.
All the time. All the time. And I never even thought of it.
Ew.
Wow, that's
Damn. I just
What do you
watched
do now?
it hit
You
Lemaire.
wipe your whole ass?
I wipe everything.
Yeah, Lemaire went like this.
I wipe everything. I wrote a joke about it. I took a shit so big I had to wipe my legs.
dang. You got to towel off now.
I'm shitting pretty aggressively lately, but they're
You got the fucking steroid dump.
True.
they're
Your asshole's like, brother.
they come out like a wet booger.
Oh, really,
dude?
Wait, how so? They just you got to pick them out of your butt.
It's almost like there's lube in my ass and they just slide right out.
That's
it's pretty
DRT,
great.
baby. That's awesome.
That is a nice shit, but it's pretty tough to hear.
I can
Don't
talk
get me
about.
wrong. I like it, but
So it's like snot. You're saying more so. It's like snot.
I don't know. It's hard to. They're just. I push. Do you push?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I tried. I've gotten a wicked hemorrhoid not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago.
that
so
was the most intense hemorrhoid I've ever
bro. It
seen.
was insane.
Well, you saw it.
Yeah, I sent him a picture.
Worse than Ari's.
Ari's looks like Ari's is absolutely disgusting, but this was like one
Yeah.
single fucking
It was like
giant.
it was
like
a vein.
grape.
A vein got out of my
Yeah,
ass.
it's
It was
fucking
actually technically
crazy.
it was called like thrombosis.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was
even a
so
hemorrhoid.
bad, dude.
dude. And then it popped.
What?
You had to, yeah.
And then it was
That's
just blood
ass.
went everywhere.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's ass
it was bleeding. I
for,
had
like,
gauze
a
in
long
my
time.
ass for like 24 hours.
Yeah.
I was in school. I had to go to school with gauze in my ass and like walk
School?
up. I went to graduate school.
Oh,
I was bored. I didn't know what to do with myself. And it's stupid.
What'd you go to graduate school for?
Social work.
Why?
I honestly, to be honest, it was because I was doing stand up. I was like, man, I was in like the weird, like, you know, just doing open mics, kind of like this sucks. And then I watched a lot of Jordan Peterson stuff, and I was like, I wonder if schools are really as bad as he says. And I had an interest in psychology and stuff too.
Okay.
So I was like, I might as well go. And it actually was as bad as he said, but it's a long story.
And then we got canceled
Yeah, I
while
almost
he
got
was
kicked
in
out.
grad school.
Yeah.
Oh wait, did you get any of that pushback?
No, they tried to kick me out of grad school, and I said, I dare you guys. That would be so sick if you kicked me out. And they were like, yeah, we're not going to.
And then, well, yeah, they would have to. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, go ahead. I was like, this will be the best thing I ever had. If you guys kick me out of grad school,
Yeah.
it'd be so
I'll go on
sick.
Joe Rogan next week.
Yeah, like, it'd be the sickest thing.
I'll go with Joe Rogan next week.
It was go ahead, make my day. For
Why
real.
would you say that?
It was so bad, dude.
Those are hard to live through, but they're so fun to watch.
To be fair, it was a fair statement. Be like, you'd think, you know, you got kicked off SNL. You'd think.
I think that's what all of us thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't.
But
I
also,
get
the
it.
reason I brought it up to him was the joke was the audacity of me
Exactly.
to
Yeah.
be like, I'll just go do that. That's
Yeah.
something I can do if I want.
Yeah.
Let's go to Joe Rogan.
Yeah. So I think that's what he.
Oh, I wish I could be. I wish I could.
Was offended
It would be
about.
cool if you could put on virtual goggles and go back and live in the moment. I would like to be in the room when you said, have virtual goggles so I can see you right there, see him, you know, and be like, and
See my face?
and then watch
See my face
and
get
then go
red?
like this, go back and forth like this.
While smiling,
Freeze
my
it.
face get red. Going,
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I don't know.
Ah.
Huh?
Huh? Where even are we right now?
What are we talking about? I got to pee. Can I go
Wait,
to the
are we on your
bathroom?
podcast or my podcast right now? I forgot.
How cool would that be? Why can't we do virtual goggles? Can we do? I'm going to ask your team.
That's my team.
Our team.
Can we do a VR camera
Actually,
and then you could watch this
Oh,
and feel like you're sitting on the couch?
You could do it.
True. We could easily Oculus this thing.
We've talked about that. Putting a POV like right at a table so it feels like you're sitting right at a table. Yeah, you could for sure do that. And then they
How
could look
fun
down
would it
and
be?
see your tiny bulge in your sweat. Like,
How fun
oh,
would
nice.
it be? Because you could really fuck around. You put a VR camera in the middle, right? You do this, and then you do Easter eggs where you hire two porn stars to fuck on the table,
Yeah.
and we're doing a podcast, and only the people that put on the goggles are like, "What the fuck's going on in their kitchen?" Like you really dress a setup.
It would be nice for everybody to be able to see the teams.
Yeah, true.
There's two teams out there.
We-
You just want to be on the camera. Dude.
Oh
You're
my
such
god,
a glory
dude,
hog,
go out
dude.
here.
Gardini's a
Get
comedian.
Mike Gardini, give it five.
Gardini's a comedian.
No
He's a
gay
big
shot.
shot, dude. He's a big shot.
Gardini, what do you think about all this stuff?
I think it's nonsense. I think you guys like poking fun at me.
No, we don't. We're talking, dude. Who do you want to win, Russia or Ukraine?
Who do you want to win, Russia?
I don't know.
It's complicated.
Come on, Sean.
Are they playing baseball tomorrow?
Sean, don't put that mic down, brother.
What do you want from me?
Who do you want to win, Russia or Ukraine?
I don't care.
We don't
What do you
care,
mean you don't care?
dude.
I don't care about anything.
Oh, that's a problem with your generation,
Nihilist,
dude.
huh?
Exactly, dude.
We got
But why would I
TJ
care about that?
Why would you not, dude? They're two powers fighting. It's the fate of democracy lies in wait, dude. You don't care?
The machine. Let's end the podcast.
Oh, what a nasty little fuck.
Why are you being so nervous?
Nasty little bastard.
Because there's another team here?
Yeah, the team is getting me
You trying to
nervous.
show off for the other team?
Yeah. What do you
If you
guys
had to
think?
give your team a name, an animal's name, and my team an animal's name, like the Bears or the Cubs or the, what would you name your team, and what would you name my team?
That's a good question.
Mine are more like the Otters.
Yeah, I can
Ours
see that.
is-
Very smooth.
Yeah,
Otters
very
is-
slick,
Yeah, yeah.
very slick.
Yeah, ours would be some kind of what did we see that one
Why are
time?
you so sad? Why are you so sad about that?
Ours are like Tasmanian devils, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, ours are definitely Tasmanian devils.
Pandas.
Got a couple pandas.
Pandas.
The
We got
pandas
some
versus the
pandas.
otters.
Got some pandas back there.
I don't know if otters is the right one. Maybe meerkats.
Meerkats.
Nah, definitely an aqua animal.
Meerkats.
It's an
I would say
animal?
amphibious.
I
Your
like
team's
meerkats.
amphibious.
Noah wants to be the horses.
we were the
Noah,
horses.
we talk favorite animals a lot.
yeah.
Really?
His favorite
I
animal is a
actually am a
horse.
big otter guy.
I love otters.
Noah's a horse. He said a horse was the best animal.
Ooh, dude.
I know you love riding a horse. I know this. I know this one.
Yeah.
When it hits a full stride, it's like it's a symbiotic relationship.
Oh yeah.
I gotta stop. I think I'm gonna take a fucking year off. I'm gonna take a fucking year. You know, I did a podcast with Howie Mandel, and I said, "Can I tell you a story?" And he goes, "I bet I've heard it." And I went, "I bet you haven't." And I go, "My sister," and he goes, "When she worked at Fox," I went, "Motherfucker!" I did three in a row.
fuck did you hear
I did three in a row.
How did he hear them?
I told him to him because I get nervous.
yeah.
I get nervous around guys like Howie, and I try to tell him good stories.
Yeah,
And I've been around him too much, and so I need to take time off.
Dang.
that happens to everybody. I've told the same every time we go on Rogan. We say the same stories.
No.
There's
gonna
no
do it
worse
again.
feeling when you go, I know I've said this already, repeat a
You
story
gotta say. I
told
say it
4
every
times.
time. I go.
But
I know I've said this.
You got to
before.
do it though.
Yeah.
You have to do it.
No, but he said
I-
horse, dude. Horse was his number one. That's
Horses are pretty sick.
yeah, but best animal.
I mean,
We said dogs are off the table.
Yeah, you can't man's best friend. Obviously, that's complicated. Yeah, I don't know. I have a problem with favorites. I don't think I have a favorite anything really. I just
Yeah.
like stuff, and then I go. I
Yeah, but
forget
I
it.
know horse is not top 10 animal.
it's not. I'll tell you, it's not bird.
No.
It's not bird.
Whoa, I mean, robins are
He
pretty good.
loves birds.
See, I have dreams about
There's
animals
some
all the
pretty
time.
cool birds of
Do you
prey.
really?
Yeah, constantly I have animal dreams. But yeah, last one,
Owl. I
cut
live
a
in
snake's
owl.
head off.
Owl's
We
pretty
have
sick.
an owl that lives in our fucking
Owl's better than horse.
Wise.
Ooh.
Cool owl.
Yeah,
Says
an eagle.
eagles are pretty sick.
Yeah.
You ever seen
Bald
a bald
eagle?
eagle?
Yeah.
No, I wish I
There's
would have.
so
I
many in
haven't.
fucking Alaska that when you see them, you're like, shut up. And then they're not, after you're like 15th, you're like, okay, they're everywhere, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's awesome.
I saw a lion up close.
What?
Saw a lion. I saw a hippo. I had
Lion
dreams
better than
about.
horse.
I had dreams about
Hippo
hippos
better than
last
Do you
night.
really?
I had dreams about hippos last night.
Do you Google dream meanings when you wake up, or you just let them go?
No, I have fucked up dreams. I have dreams that are like, I have epic dreams that I'll tell you, and you'll think they're a lie. That's how epic they are.
Let me hit me with one. I have pretty fucked up dreams myself.
My buddy, this is a dream. Woke me up, crying. I woke up crying from a dream. My buddy Croy killed himself, and I had a dream that I was with Jenny Molin and Jason Schwartzman, who played in American Pie. Jason Biggs.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was taking them to dinner, and they had their new baby in a car seat. And I sat in the back with the baby, and Jenny and I got high, and then the baby went, Bert? And I went, he was crying, but I could understand him. And I said, who is that? He goes, it's me, Croy. What the fuck's going on? Whoa. And I was like, oh, Croy, you're, how are you doing this? And he goes, I have no idea. What the fuck happened, man? And we were partying in a hotel room, and now I've been with these fucking 2 people. And I go, oh, buddy, you killed yourself. And he was like, I did? And I said, yeah, you killed yourself, and I think you've been reincarnated. I go, listen, your mom and dad are cool as fuck. And he's like, how are my parents? And I was like, oh, they're not good. And he was like, really? I said, yeah. He's like, how's my brother? I go, not good. It's not good, man.
Damn.
I go, it's really bad. And he goes, can you get me to apologize to them? And I said, yeah, this is a real dream I had. I said, hold on, I have an idea. So I take Jenny and Jason to Croy's parents to go have dinner. Now, Croy's mom would be really excited to be around celebrity like that. And Croy's dad's a very, very famous lawyer. And so I go to dinner with them. And Croy is, and they were not paying attention to the baby. And the baby's crying. It's Croy, and he's going, Mom, I need to talk to you. And so I go, hold on, Croy. So I grab the baby and I give it to Joyce. I'm going to get emotional telling you this is why I woke up crying. I gave the baby to his mom, and his mom's trying to listen but rock the baby. And he's going, Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I killed myself. And he's rocking him. And she goes, it's okay. It's okay. I forgive you. And I woke up sobbing, crying. And Leanne's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's the kind of dreams I have. I can't believe I'm fucking crying. Do you remember I told you?
I can believe it.
I cry a lot.
Yeah.
I was waiting to interject the joke, but I was like, it would be inappropriate.
No, it's fucking crazy. I sold a TV show to Comedy Central on that dream.
Did you really?
Yeah.
What was the show?
I animated all my dreams.
Oh, fuck. That's awesome.
I told them that thing, and then these two ladies are crying, and we're all crying, and they go, we'll fucking do it.
That's a
I
very
kept laughing
dream.
about when you'd be like, you killed yourself, and the baby goes, wah!
She just put a pacifier in his mouth.
Oh, no.
He said, my dick's so small. It's so small.
I'm gonna do it again. This is no way to live with this dick.
Oh, that's funny.
All right.
That's a good way to end on a
That was a
cry.
That's a
great
really
way,
fucking
man.
insane thing.
That was awesome. I love
That was
love
a
dream
truly
stories.
insane thing,
I love
and
dream stories.
I am uncomfortable.
When was the last time you cried?
Probably recent. I can cry easy.
For real?
I get a little teary eyed easily.
Why, what was the last
I got teary eyed last night watching the fucking Night Stalker.
What part made you
What
cry?
are you talking about? This thing's a tragedy. No, the cop at the end.
Yeah.
So the one detective, all their information got out and shit. So like they were like, oh, now we're worried that the Night Stalker is going to try to attack you. And he was gone constantly. He was working the case every day. So his wife and their kids, they like moved out. They're like, we're leaving until you finish this. So they left. And then the night they caught him, he went to like his cousin's wedding, and then he was like, where's my wife? And then her and the family came in, and I was right there.
Yeah.
I held it.
You did?
But it was close. I could have. It was a nice
I
moment.
could have let mine go bad.
Just now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I'm always, especially now that the girls are getting older, and I feel like I'm always this close. When in Boston,
Yeah, you're gonna be a sweeter old man. You're gonna be a little sweet old man.
in Boston, I was trying to explain this to someone, but like I was telling Joe, I was like, I got a standing ovation at the Garden that happened so fucking quick. I was just like, fuck that bitch. This is Russia. And as I went to say Boston, they went, and I fucking I cried that morning.
Those have been getting me.
Yeah,
A standing ovation at the end of a show is so hard. Not like you're just like, it's a genuine smile. You're like, I walk off so quick. I go, oh,
But
and then I get the fuck out of there. And then I go, that sucked. I sucked. That sucked.
those arenas will get you emotional. Tampa,
Yeah.
Tampa. When I
bet.
got a quick standing O there, and my parents were there.
Oh,
there was waterworks there. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't cry a bunch. I remember the first time I remember crying when Leanne dumped me, and it was like I was vomiting. I couldn't get it to stop, and I was looking at myself in the mirror, laughing at
That's
myself,
what- yeah,
crying, going,
yeah.
"What the fuck's wrong with you?"
That's the breakup where I cried. I did that. I
Yeah,
like,
like,
saw
yeah.
myself in the mirror and I was like, Jesus Christ. And I stopped crying.
Wait, where? When?
It was a breakup once. I was living in my parents' basement. And I saw myself in a full body mirror.
crying.
And I was like, whoa. Fuck. And I went to bed and I had sleep paralysis that night. I got attacked by a demon that night.
You got sleep paralysis?
Dude.
Yeah.
And it was before no one ever talked about sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
What's sleep
I had
paralysis?
no idea what it
Oh,
was.
dude.
What's sleep paralysis?
It's terrifying.
So
Oh,
I was,
I don't want to know.
yeah, you're
You're
gonna want to know.
find, you'd like to know before, because if you get it, you're gonna think you're being like possessed by a demon.
Again,
Wait, I think I've had this.
Yeah.
You probably
Wait,
have.
and they
If you're
get
an
heavy
avid-
on you?
Yes, if you're an avid dreamer, you probably had sleep
Yeah.
Oh,
paralysis.
they get heavy on you. I thought it was
Yes.
ghosts molesting me.
No, dude.
I thought it was ghosts molesting me. When you go like this and you're like, what the fuck's
It
going on?
probably is.
I thought it was ghost. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So wait.
You can't move when you're awake
Yeah.
and you're like seeing stuff. Sleep paralysis.
Oh, dude.
Dude, this is how fucked up mine was. I saw it. It was standing at the foot of my bed. It walked up the side of my bed, and I woke up like while it was reaching for me, and I tried to fight it. I thought it was real. So I got out of bed, and I was like
Oh,
hiding.
this happened to me the other night.
Yes. So then nobody talked about sleep paralysis. I'm 6 months later, I'm on the internet just looking at like weird Wikipedia pages, and I clicked sleep paralysis, and the image that came up was the image from my dream. I
shadow
saw it on
man.
the internet in real life. And I was like, holy fuck.
Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
I had
Very
it.
scary.
I had it. I was in a house. I was caretaking a house, and I heard a piano playing, and I went, "No one's in here but me." So I grabbed my gun and I walked into the other room, and I saw the piano things going da 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 da, and then all of a sudden, my arm went up to the wall, and I got real heavy, and I was pressed, and I knew I was asleep, I knew I was asleep, and I couldn't move, and the ghost was holding me, and he was trying to turn the gun to my head, and I was going, "No, you're not gonna get me, motherfucker!"
I can't die.
Jesus.
That's
Can't
not
die.
real.
That's not real.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I really set myself up for some jokes when I do die, huh? They're like,
Yeah. Yeah. By the way, we all have.
Yeah, for
We all
sure.
have.
Oh, yeah.
"Oh,
I've
what do you
been on
think
here
they're
being like, I'll never be in a wheelchair. Oh, yeah. Never. Ah. Yeah.
I'm never gonna be."
I could never. Just gonna get hit by a fucking Grubhub scooter. Just on a sidewalk. Yeah.
Oh,
All right, we gotta.
85 out of 100 people going to doctors because of injuries to necks, backs, muscles, joints don't know how it is that they actually got injured. What you come to realize as a therapist, you can either just keep treating symptoms or you got to figure out why is this thing manifesting in their life. And it's almost always things like diet problems, lifestyle challenges, relationship problems, beliefs that are disempowering, being scared of God.
Yeah. Well, what do you think in terms of like, so as like a holistic health practitioner, have you ever I'm sure you have, but like, what has it been like taking someone who was in like a pretty bad state, physically, emotionally, mentally, all that stuff, and like really transforming them from like if they had like, say they had like indigestion, back pain, anxiety, like how it, like what I guess what I'm trying to ask you is like, what is it like to transform somebody like that? And B, like, are there some people that's just like, there's nothing you can do, or like,
There's always something you can do, but it just depends on how motivated the person is to heal and to grow. I created the term the pain teacher. So when the pain teacher shows up in your life, it's a good idea to be a good student. So the first thing I identify is, what are you willing to heal for and grow for, that you're inspired enough to do the work to heal and grow? Because if I don't identify a dream bigger than your crisis, then you'll become so accustomed to your crisis, then you'll just turn yourself into someone who's taking drugs and seeing doctors for the rest of your life, and that's exactly what they want.
yeah. So you're saying that's kind of the first area you go into is like, what are you doing? Like, what's your point? Like, what's your purpose?
Well, I ask, what is your dream for yourself? Why do you want to heal? What are you going to do with yourself? I have to have something that inspires and motivates them, because it's very, very rare that I can rehabilitate somebody that doesn't have to make changes in their diet and their lifestyle and their beliefs and the behaviors that led to the problem.
What percentage of people will you deal with have like zero overarching dream to their life, or just kind of going through the motions?
I would say probably about 85 to 90% of people really don't know what they're doing in their life other than making money to try to survive.
Yeah.
And so that's a real big part of the therapy, is helping them get clear on what's meaningful to them and what fills their heart, what gives them a sense of purpose beyond just existing.
Yeah, I think that checks out. I really, cause I call it the drift. Whenever I get caught up in just the day-to-day bullshit of just like, like, am I selling tickets for stand-up, am I this and that, and I have no overarching purpose of like, what am I doing? Who am I doing it for?
what is the point of my existence? Am I actually helping anybody, or am
Right.
I just fucking pumping resources into myself, like unconsciously and thoughtlessly?
That's called flatland.
Flatland, yeah. I spent a lot of time there myself. But that's how I found you. I was on YouTube just finding like workouts and this and that. And I'd be like, oh, that's kind of a cool workout. Then I'd watch you talk and I was like, damn, this guy knows a lot about kind of a lot of shit. So how did you get into that? Because you were a paratrooper?
I was a paratrooper in the 82nd Airborne Division, yeah.
And then you got into motocross racing?
I was racing motocross when I was a young man before I became a
Okay,
paratrooper.
so that was first.
And I was a competitive fighter. I was a boxer and a kickboxer. And I played a lot of sports, but I fought my way onto the Army boxing team while I was in the 82nd Airborne Division, and then I became the trainer of the Army boxing team.
Oh, okay.
And the team doctor was an osteopathic physician, so I was put in charge of nutrition. I was put in charge of designing and developing all the training programs for the fighters, and I took them all through them personally. I didn't just write shit on the board. I did everything with them. I was also in charge of managing the gym, and I represented the Army in triathlon at the same time. First, I was a fighter on the boxing team, but I was also representing the Army in triathlon. And my company commander said, hey, I'm going to bet a lot of money on you to win the Army triathlon. So if you want to stop boxing so you can train full-time for triathlon, I'll let you do it. You just got to win. And I knew that I wasn't going to turn pro because my fighting style is too aggressive, and I already had lots of guys on the boxing team that showed a lot of signs of brain injury already as early as 19 and 20 years of age.
You're saying like from the damage you were inflicting, or you're saying just in general, just getting knocked around so much?
No, just, a lot of the guys on the team had 300 plus fights.
Oh, God.
They started boxing, most of them when they were around 8 years old.
Jesus.
These are like the best fighters in the world. The only teams that ever beat us was Cuba and Russia. We're the third ranked amateur boxing team in the world.
Jesus.
So it's very serious.
So, okay. So, it wasn't just like pounding around. Like you guys were like doing heavy
this is
competitive
hardcore.
boxing.
We trained 6.5, 7 hours a day.
Damn.
And traveled all over, our teams travel all over the world competing. And it's a big recruitment tool for the military.
Okay.
Army sports is quite big.
That actually makes sense.
And so my team doctor was an osteopath. So once I left, I told the coaches I was going to leave and train full-time for triathlon. They already knew that I knew a lot that they didn't know, because they've always been stunned the fact that I could, get up earlier than they did, run 6 to 10 miles a day, go swimming in the pool for an hour while they're eating lunch. And then after work, I'd go ride 25 to 60 miles at night. And while I'm a fighter on the team, I'm also competing in triathlon. And they're like, how in the hell do you do this? And
how did you do? That's insane.
Well, I was raised on a farm,
Okay.
a big farm, 142-acre farm, by a very, very intense father who did not know what a child was and worked us like slaves in a concentration camp.
Yeah.
And as I said to the guys in the last podcast, if you want to know what real fitness is, let me hand you an axe and let you split firewood for about 8 hours straight. And when your hands are covered in blisters and your father doesn't give a shit, you'll know what real fitness is.
Jesus Christ. So you had like, this was like nothing to you then to be that active and move around.
It wasn't that it was like nothing. I had to train extremely hard.
yeah.
I was competing at a very high level. In triathlon, I was in the top 10 overall, even with the pros, in 6 USTS races, which is, that's the full-blown
that's intense.
elite triathlon. That's the real triathlon organization. And I was, a ranked fighter, and I was I did very well in motocross, and so it was really just that my father built such a strong work ethic into me and to all of my siblings that it wasn't out of character for me to realize how hard I had to work, and I don't like losing. So I just took the work ethic that was built into me from the farm and just applied that to something I wanted to do instead of something I was being told to do, and that was very freeing.
Hey, that's kind of nice. And I guess the farm gives people like a sun up to sundown mentality. You're not kind of like, well, I'm clocking up. It's like as soon as the sun's up, you got to get after it.
You're at it. Yeah. My father's rule was you feed and water the animals before you eat, and if I ever catch you eating or drinking anything before those animals are taken care of, you'll never forget it, and he meant it.
I guess he would just dole out some punishment.
He could dole it out.
So you got out of there. I guess that makes sense. You're doing motocross in the military. So how did you like start absorbing kind of like health and holistic nutrition stuff? Like
My mother's was a yogi. She became a yogi when I was 12. She'd been to India 3 times for advanced initiation. So my mother joined the Self-Realization Fellowship, which is the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda, which is already quite holistic. And my mother was already just naturally into holistic everything. You know, we raised our own food. We slaughtered our own animals. We pretty much could live off of our farm. We milked our own cows, made our own butter, our own cheese, our own ice cream, our own bread. So I lived a very ground up life. And I also was very aware when I was young, competing in athletics, that whenever the guys that come from the area where I come from out in the country played city teams, we destroyed them.
Yeah.
And so it was easy for me to see the difference between the guys that came off of farms, like on football and on hockey. They were just a lot tougher, and they could take a lot more beating. So I already had an early, the handwriting was on the wall that if you eat too many Cheez-Its and drink too much soda pop and sit around, then you don't have the right stuff to be a good athlete.
Yeah. So what would you, if someone is going from like that state of like the standard, like Cheez-Its, you know, all that stuff, if like say that's starting at 0, like total inactivity, terrible diet, like what would you tell people to do if you had to give them like 4? I don't know if this is like an annoying question, but like,
No, you ask me
how do
whatever
people
you
get started? Like if like you want to give someone like a very basic thing to like start yourself to being actually like healthy and all that.
Well, after many, many years as a therapist and a specialist in conditioning and a guy that's worked with countless of the best athletes in the world, I synthesized what one must understand in order to be successful in any kind of endeavor, whether it be to just be healthy so that you don't have to deal with pain all the time, or to play with your grandkids, or to, you know, be able to hike to the top of your favorite mountain, or to win a gold medal. And basically I broke it down to 4 key areas that we have to have conscious awareness of, which I call the 4 doctors. And the reason I call them that is because if you spend time with these 4 doctors, you don't need the ones that give you drugs and do surgery.
Yeah.
The first one, and that's the most important, is Dr. Happiness. So first you have to be conscious about what is happy making for you. Be committed to doing it regularly enough that you don't need to turn to drugs or depend on other people to make you happy, because that leads to a lot of relationship problems and health problems and codependencies. And Dr. Happy is also the aspect of your psyche that you must be clear on what your dream goal or objective for your life is at any given time. And once you're clear on what your dream goal or objective for your life is, then you have to establish clear values so you know when to say yes and when to say no. Because if you have no values, you never know when to say no. And so you'll eat, you know, whatever someone sticks in front of you, or drink whatever someone sticks in front of you. And next thing you know, you feel like shit and you look just as bad.
Yeah.
So the values you've got to set have to do with the other 3 doctors. First, you have to establish, what am I going to do that's happy making regularly, so you know what you're doing. Like some people like to play guitar. Some people like to read books. Some people like to watch movies. Some people like to go hiking. Some people like a mix of all those. But if you don't build that into your schedule, then you wake up one day, 5 years have gone by, and you know your whole family's addicted. You feel like shit, and you go, what happened? Then you have to be clear on what your movement needs are. So Dr. Movement first says, what do I need to have baseline health? Right? So you don't have to be an athlete, but you need to do at least 30 to 60 minutes of exercise a day, depending on the intensity and the type of exercise, which we could just call movement, right? So even if it's walking, you know, I would tell people, if you're just going to walk, I would recommend you build yourself up to an hour a day, or you're going to end up being sedentary because you got to deal with the force of gravity. And gravity is enough to wear a sedentary person out. I've met many people that got winded just walking up a flight of stairs. In fact, I found a research study once saying that 50% of people seeing medical doctors hit their lactate threshold walking from the waiting room to the examination room.
Damn. So they're getting like a burning pain in their legs.
They're getting what you would get after a set of heavy squats, where you know you feel like the last couple of reps are hard to get out.
Yeah.
They're getting that halfway to the doctor's examination room. That's 50% of people.
Damn, that's crazy.
So first you got to use movement to create baseline health. And there's just the list of benefits of movement I could sit here and talk for hours on, mentally, emotionally, physically, hormonally, things like enhanced circulation, enhanced digestion, enhanced metabolism, enhanced mood. The benefits of movement are too many to list, and there's tons and tons of science on it. So then once you know what your dream, say your dream is to, let's say you're a park ranger, but you started, like you said, eating garbage and not knowing any better. Once you've got baseline health, then I would say, okay, well, how fit do you need to be to do your work, climbing mountains, potentially having to rescue people, carrying equipment around, building trails, doing the things a park ranger does. And then I would say, okay, now you got to build yourself up. I like to see my goal with all my athletes that I train and all the patients I work with is to build you up to 30% higher of a physical capacity than the demands of your work, sports, or play environment.
Got you.
That way you have enough reserve that if you're tired or if you are having to deal with a crisis or, you get a surprise, like say the park ranger's dealing with extremely heavy snow and someone gets caught out there and they're out on a 24-hour hunt to find someone, you need the reserves. Life always throws you curveballs, you know that.
Yeah.
So my goal as a therapist is always to identify what level of fitness they need, say a professional hockey player, and say, now I'm going to build you up so you're 30% beyond that.
Yeah.
Which means you're extremely fit. If
Yeah,
you're
that's
a pro
pretty
hockey
crazy.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that is bulletproofing, right? That way you're safe. Then you've got to look at doctor diet. And, the old saying, you are what you eat is very true, but there's another one that's just as true. You are what you don't excrete.
Yeah.
So the more toxins you accumulate in your body, the more poisoned you get, the more out of balance your physiology is, and the more complications you have, and the more you invite things like fungal infections and parasite infections and a lot of health degenerating things. And first it starts off as fatigue, then it becomes illnesses, often minor illnesses, then major ones, then diseases, then death. So you can tell where someone's at by just looking at that stage of progression. First you get tired, then you start having colds and flus, then you start having stuff that a doctor would call a disease like diabetes, then you die.
Damn. Yeah, so basically just move around, know what you're up to, and eat good food.
You got to eat high quality food, which means it's got to be certified organic or it's covered with farming chemicals, which will poison you and kill you slowly.
So what do you think about people who have I've noticed a certain type of machismo around organic produce where they go, I'm paying same fucking thing.
Well, there's a lot of, most people don't really have enough knowledge to be even intelligent in making a decision like that, sadly. There is a real problem because a lot of the major corporations such as Pepsi, Coke, Cadbury, Snickers, and many others that you would never expect own organic certifications.
Yeah.
But they also own large farms that produce commercial food. So what they do to buck the system is they actually do research. They fund university agricultural programs as well. So what they'll do is they'll take their commercially grown chemical-laden poison, they'll do research on it to analyze the nutritional values of it. Then they'll send in organic food under a different label, never telling you they own that label. And it's grown on the same burnt out soils, but without the chemicals added. Oh. And they say, look, there's no nutritional difference. And so they've been trying to wipe out the organic concept for years because they don't want to have to compete in a market that requires them to manage the soils properly because it's slower and it's more expensive. And it actually is respectful of nature. What a concept. So a lot of people have gotten this false conception that organic is no better, or they make excuses like, oh, there's so much toxins in the air, or there's overspray from chemicals. And I say, well, there's a scale of toxicity. Yeah. If you're getting an organic farm, there might be some overspray or some mild, chemtrails hitting your food, but it's still on a scale of toxicity, a lot less stressful on your body. So the thing is that you can't really rely on organic certifications because almost all of these, there's over 100 of them now, and only about 2 or 3 of them are actually legitimate.
So what about Whole Foods produce, anything?
Whole Foods started off good, but now it's just a corporate whore.
Yeah.
So there's another example of a place that once had good ideas, as is often the case, just like religions. They start off with good intentions and become brainwashing machines.
Yeah.
Right? And as the world goes. And so the thing to do is go to farmers markets, and the real organic certifications are not only expensive, but to get a real organic certification, the organization sends a soil scientist to your property. They analyze your soil to see if there's mineral imbalances in it and if there's any chemicals in it that are dangerous. Then you have to go through a 2-year gestation period where they will, as part of the fee, they will help you balance the soils, get the microorganisms healthy, and the microorganisms will catabolize the chemicals in the soil. But it usually takes about 2 years for microorganisms to clean the soil. And only then can you get certified once they retest your soil. So most of these corporations will not go through that process.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of farmers won't either because they don't have the money. A lot of farmers are barely making it. So, if you pay $15,000 a year for an organic certification, but you're only making $20,000 a year after you've made your expenses. So the point I'm making is if you go to farmers markets and just ask, do you farm organically? Do you use any chemicals on this food? Most of them will say no.
Yeah.
The other thing is you can taste the difference.
Yeah.
You can taste the difference. If you eat real organic food and compare it to non-organic food, it's the difference between eating a styrofoam cup and real food.
It's kind of depressing. My brother grows a lot of food himself. He doesn't have a farm. He just kind of like loves gardening and stuff.
Good.
And having a potato, like from the store versus or having his potato versus one from the store, it's like depressing.
Absolutely.
You eat it and you're like, oh, fuck, this is what this tastes like?
You're just eating empty shell of a living organism.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So the two key things, there's 3 key things. One, you have to be adequately hydrated with high quality water. In my book, How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy, you have right there. I tell you what high quality water is, how to find it, and how to assess it from pH to mineral density and things like that. Total dissolved solids is what it's called. But once you're eating high quality food, then you have to eat the right proportions based on what your body's needs are. There's no such thing as a diet that works for any number of people. That's absolute bullshit. Every one of us is as different on the inside as we are on the outside. And just like we all have different fingerprints, we all have different needs. Even within the same family, you can see wildly different needs for food. You can have, in the same family, you can have someone sitting at one end of the table that does fine on almost a vegetarian diet, and on the other end, you got a total carnivore. Why? One might be an athlete. One might have parasites and fungal infection and have totally different biochemistry. One may have a completely different psychological profile and internalizes all their stress and therefore needs different nutrition because they're constantly stressing themselves out with stinking thinking.
Yeah.
So if I listed all the things that can change what your macronutrient and micronutrient needs are, it would take hours.
So it's not like MyFitnessPal, click 2,000, like, yep, that's me. So you got to really kind of get in.
No, you got to pay attention, but your body's always telling you when you're eating right.
Yeah. What do you think about is not eating till you're hungry?
Well, there's no sense eating if you're not hungry.
I do it all the time though. I get in that thing where I'm like, it's lunchtime. I have to eat right now, and I eat, and I'm like, I'm stuffed, and I feel like gross.
Well, you shouldn't eat if you're not hungry, but generally most people need 3 meals a day unless they're sedentary.
Okay.
Or unless they're drinking things like caffeine or smoking cigarettes, because those can have an appetite suppressing effect. So, and medical drugs can do that as well. But if a person's healthy, breakfast should be your biggest meal of the day, because breakfast, the breakfast you eat has the most effect on stimulating your metabolism. That's been shown in research. It's especially important for women. For example, when you diet, research shows like if you start skipping meals, your body increases lipogenic enzymes which store fat. So the more you diet, the more your body tries to store fat because it thinks you're going into a famine period, so it's trying to protect you. If you eat 3 meals a day, or you eat enough that your body's not hungry and your body's not thinking, oh my God, we're running out of resources, you'll generate lipolytic enzymes which break fat down more efficiently.
Okay.
So the general rule of thumb, there's a lady named Deborah Waterhouse that wrote a whole book on this. The general rule of thumb is breakfast should be your biggest meal of the day because it has the greatest effect on stimulating your metabolism. Ideally, most people find they need to eat about every 4 hours. But the difference is if you're not hungry, well, don't eat.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to overload the system. It takes 55%, approximately 55%. It's somewhere between 52 and 55% of all the calories you eat just to run the machinery of digestion to get the food from mouth to anus. So my point is, if you're just eating to eat and you're not hungry, you're spending a ton of energy and resources just to run it from mouth to anus.
Yeah.
So think of it like the cost of running a factory. So you've got to pay that price before you have nutrition that you can put into reserve, that you can use to play tennis, to chop firewood, to go to work, to run your brain.
Yeah.
And so when you realize how costly it is, and this is one of the reasons why it's very bad to eat too close to bedtime, because your organs and glands are working all night long, so you actually never get to rest your internal systems. So you can wake up feeling tired because you never got to rest the inner side of yourself, and there's more on the inside than there is on the outside, pretty much, So
what would you, just real quick, what would you say before bedtime, like 4 hours before you go to sleep, stop eating, or like?
I would recommend not eating more than 2 hours, closer than 2 hours before bedtime. You should not go to bed feeling full at all. You should feel comfortable, but not full.
Gotcha.
By the time you fall asleep, if you ate, say at 6:30 or 7 and went to bed at 10, by the time you fall asleep, you're going to be far enough along in the digestive process that probably within about the next 3 hours, most of the food will have left your stomach, come through the small intestine.
Gotcha.
It won't go all the way through the small intestine, but it'll be far enough along that the body doesn't have to do the hard work of breaking things down.
Yeah.
I've experimented with it a lot. I personally don't sleep well at all if I eat. Like if I typically go to bed around 9 because I get up at 3:30 in the morning. So if I eat later than about 6, I notice I don't get nearly the quality of sleep.
Yeah.
So I need about 3 hours myself. But everybody should just, realize that each of us is so individual. You got to be your own scientist and say, okay, let me pay attention. What happens if I eat dinner 3 hours before bed? Oh, let me try 2 hours. Let me try an hour before bed. And you'll quickly get the feedback. It's not like you need a doctor or a therapist to tell you that. That's an expensive way to
true. Just try
avoid
it
common
yourself.
sense.
Well, here's a question I have.
One more thing.
Oh, go ahead.
We
Sorry.
forgot the fourth doctor.
Yeah, my bad.
Dr. Quiet. Dr. Quiet's all about sleep. And we all are built in tune with natural cycles. So our hormonal system is regulated by the sun and the moon. Once the sun starts rising up, your cortisol levels, which is your primary stress hormone, elevate. And it's an activating hormone. It stimulates the brainstem, called the reticular activating system. It has an alerting effect on you. Research shows that if you're sound asleep and a photon hits your skin, I can take a laser pointer when you're sound asleep and point it at your big toe, and you got cells in your skin called cryptochrome cells that will deliver photons to your hypothalamus and wake you up because your body thinks if there's light, the sun's up.
Whoa.
So as the sun goes up, our major stress hormone, which protects us, supports us, and it's also the major anti-inflammatory hormone and the major alerting hormone, right? And it's coupled with adrenaline. So you have the adrenaline, then cortisol, and the release cascade. They follow the sun as they go up. So we're designed to be the most active between about 10 o'clock and about 1 o'clock during the day. And then as it goes down and the sun's going down and the moon starts to go up, melatonin comes up, and it's the chief regulating hormone for all your anabolic hormones, which is your growth and repair hormones. So if a person, for example, before I tell you that, research shows that the first 4 hours of sleep, our body focuses on physical repair. So we need to be to bed by 10 o'clock p.m. on average. Otherwise, we delay the release of melatonin. So if we're, around flashing lights or these kinds of lights, it keeps telling your brain the sun's up. So as long as cortisol levels are up, melatonin levels stay suppressed, which means the half-life of cortisol is quite long. And you could end up, it can be 400 minutes. It's different depending on how healthy your liver is and how strong your liver is. But if you, for example, drink a cup of coffee at dinner time, you're going to still have tons of cortisol in you 4 hours later. So by the time you're just about to get up, you're only now is your body ready to release melatonin, but you've missed all your growth and repair time. So athletes burn themselves out and get lots of chronic injuries doing that. So if you just remember the simple rule that the activation hormones follow the sun and the growth and repair hormones follow the moon. So if you keep pushing your cortisol levels because you're making an extended day, which is like making an extended summer, so to speak, then you repress your growth and repair hormones. And the first 4 hours of sleep should be the body devotes itself to physical repair, and the second 4 hours of sleep are devoted to psychogenic repair, so brain and nervous system repair. And having known this for many, many years, I saw monitoring people's sleep cycles that sure enough, those that went to bed, say at midnight, had chronic physical problems. But those that were shift workers or mothers with new children that were staying up between about 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. had chronic neurological problems like headaches, cognitive disorders, crash cars a lot.
Yeah, Jesus.
Cut their fingers a lot with knives. Because their psychogenic repair is getting shut down. In fact, research on new mothers shows that in the first year, a woman's brain shrinks 1 centimeter in circumference. It shrinks like a plum becoming a prune due to lack of sleep. So
terrible.
The key thing that just to summarize, we need to make sure that we get to bed ideally by about 10 o'clock. And we've got to follow the natural cycles. And we want to make sure we don't eat too much food before bed because our body can't rest. And we don't want to drink coffee or stimulants any later than about 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon, or it'll completely disrupt our hormonal cycles and we'll end up sleeping but waking up tired. We will sleep, but we will not be recovered. And the more physically demanding your work environment or your sports environment is, the more critical that becomes to your ability to improve, to grow, to recover, and to avoid injury and illness. And Dr. Quiet is also the chief of introspection. So if we don't take time each day to be alone and within ourselves, then we externalize our sense of self. So we only know ourselves by how much money we have, or what kind of car we drive, or how high our rank is in our work, or how our status is. So we actually start identifying ourselves only by what's outside, but we never really get to know who we are on the inside. And I can tell you from many people that have had a crisis in their life, like losing a job or an athlete getting injured who no longer could perform, they go into a crisis of self because they don't know who they are without their status, or without their hockey stick in their hand, or without their money coming in. And they go into a serious crisis of self. And it's like having a midlife crisis, but it's really a crisis of self. So if we take time each day to do what we classically be called meditation, or just simply to reflect on our day and say, how did I do in my relationships today? Could I have been a better listener with my children? Or could I have been more patient with my wife? Or could I have done a better job at work instead of taking shortcuts and making excuses? And we actually take responsibility for growing ourselves and looking at ourselves objectively and being honest with ourselves. Then we actually grow spiritually, and we grow consciously, and we learn how to love better.
Yeah, so when you said you get up at 3:30 and you do spiritual practices, what does that look like? A lot of people hear that term and they're just kind of like, they think it just sounds like so otherworldly and mystical. Like, how would you do you have a couple you would describe that are kind of beneficial? I
did Tai Chi every day for 18 years. I studied with a Tai Chi master for several years. I trained in medical Qigong. I began meditating when I was 12, when my mother joined the Self-Realization Fellowship. I do various types of exercises. I can teach you one in just a second, which is very simple. Anyone can do. It's very powerful. I spend a lot of time in prayer. I give thanks for everything I have and all the blessings in my life. And I just sort of, take stock of how grateful I am, to have the home I have, to have the children I have. I have 2 wives, so I'm blessed there.
Say what now?
Yeah, I have 2 wives.
Okay, that's cool. I'll be mature about it.
It's not a religious thing. It's just I was married for 17 years to my first wife. I have a 45-year-old son from that marriage. And I realized I just wasn't cut out for monogamy. It just seemed very unnatural to me. And I really hated the idea that I couldn't express love to women that I felt a loving relationship with because I was married and I had this Christian vows, till death do you part, but I did not feel that that was true to who I was. So after I went through my first divorce, I made a promise to myself that I would not ever get married again unless I could have an open relationship. And my rule was, as long as we're getting along together and we want to work through our problems together, then let's stay together. But if we don't want to be together, then we shouldn't be together. We should go out and find the people that are more appropriate for us at that time. And I meditated on that and asked Great Spirit for help. And I found exactly the perfect woman. I met her. I knew exactly who she was when I met her. Because I'd seen visions of her in my meditations. 4 days later, we were engaged, and I've been married to her for 28 years, and that's who just dropped me off.
Damn.
And I met, I was able to, through my open marriage, to explore and share love. But then I met a woman who is my second wife, Angie Check, who I have 2 kids with now, and Penny's their mother too. And Penny's rule from the very beginning was, look, you can have as many wives as you want, but I have these rules. Here's the rules. They have to cook, clean, contribute to the bottom line, and they cannot talk too much. Because my wife's all about business and the bottom line. She doesn't like a bunch of yakety-yak, gossipy women.
Man, what a blessing, dude.
Yeah, and so
You tell her you were kind of thinking the same thing?
well, when I was what I call young, dumb, and full of cum, and I was thinking about the sex all the time, and I thought, yeah, I'd like 7 wives or something like that. But when you realize each person you're in an intimate relationship adds another complete level of complexity, and then you got to hope that they get along with each other.
Yeah.
But after probably 20 years of that type of living, I realized when I met Angie, who's a very powerful shaman, healer. She's got, both of my women are extremely smart. I mean, Penny's got a degree in biological anthropology from Cambridge University. She's got a degree in exercise and sports science from Colorado State. She's got a degree in business from Colorado State, and she's a pilot. And Angie's got a degree in energy medicine, a degree in biology, a degree in nutrition. And she's did a 3-year advanced training program in shamanism, and she's an expert in biogeometry, and she runs my nutrition and lifestyle coaching department.
Okay.
So between these girls, there's probably 6 or 7 degrees there. I'm the guy with the 9th grade education. So I figure if you're gonna spend time with a woman, you might as well find the most powerful, capable one you can.
Yeah.
Which a lot of guys do the opposite. They want a bimbo that they can control and use as a play toy. But I'm like, you're never going to get anything done that's meaningful in the world with that kind of relationship.
Yeah, and they'll kind of spring. It's never. It sounds cool at first, but then eventually, there's nothing to sustain a multi-year.
I used to be a race car driver, and my goal was always to have the most horsepower and the best handling car I could create. And that's how I like women. The most horsepower and the best handling woman I can find. And so I have 2 very high-powered, very, very capable women. And we run, we're the primary people behind the educational development of the Czech Institute, which I founded in 1995. And we've had over 63,000 students come through our program. I have a 5-year academy. It's very serious, comprehensive education.
It is. I've looked into it before.
Yeah.
It's very, very comprehensive.
It's not a fluffy fly-by-night, post. It's not a box of pizza. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
And so I need people around me that are in line with my values. And so, once I met Angie, I realized that this woman was so intelligent and so amazing and so incredible, and all I could ever imagine sexually. I'm like, okay, I've just met God. And so I just went to Penny and said, I've reached the point now where I feel like it's too complex for me to manage all these women. Because I would have a beautiful partner in Sydney. I mean, I lived on the road for 25 years lecturing all over the world. So I had lovers in Sydney. I had lovers in Auckland. I had lovers in London, but every one of them has families and have friends and has needs and Paul, will you help my dad? He's sick. Can I borrow some money? And I just felt like my life was being spread so thin that after a while, I felt like it was stopping me from really devoting enough time to Penny, who's the Buddha that allowed me to even have this joy. And so Angie was just such a complete and incredible human being. I just went to Penny. I said, and Penny knew Angie. I mean, Penny knows all these women. I've never kept anything from my wife. That's a great way to ruin your relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, women are so much smarter than men on average.
Yeah, especially with stuff like relationship stuff. You can't get away with anything.
No, they got
they'll
eyes.
know it.
They got radar that we don't even come close to. I tell people, men all the time, if you think you're tricking your wife, you're dumber than a sack of hammer handles. You're about to lose half your money and all your joy.
It's true. You can't lie. You might be able to pull the wool over once, maybe, but dude, they can look at you and they're like,
they know.
The fuck are you up to?
I've had so many professional athletes trying that come to me for help, and I'm like, the first thing you got to do is learn to tell the truth, or you're just gonna you're digging your own grave every day is what you're doing.
Yeah, especially lying is so bad for you. Just living, just having a lie in the back of your head.
Well, not only
destroys
that, you've got to disconnect yourself from your own heart to survive that.
Yeah,
and that's how you end your spiritual growth and development.
Yeah,
spiritually, they say the longest journey you'll ever take is from your head to your heart, and for a lot of people, it takes a lot of lifetimes to get there.
Yeah.
So my philosophy is don't do anything that disconnects your heart from your head, because only your heart can deliver justice to your head, and without your heart, you can easily convince yourself of all sorts of shit and become the devil while blaming everyone else for being the devil.
Yeah.
So I went to Penny and I said, look, I really love Angie. I think she'll really contribute to the family. She meets your criteria. Of course, Penny knew her because she's been around me for years and been to my training programs, and, she lectures at our institute. And Penny said, if that's what you want to do and you feel comfortable letting go of these other relationships, then I will support you, because I believe Angie will be a contributor to our family and to our mission. And so we did a 3-way marriage ceremony. First, we tested each other. We went through psychological testing to see how compatible we were.
What testing did you use? I'm just curious.
Myers-Briggs was
Okay.
one of them, and there's another one we use. I don't remember the name of it. So we tested Angie and Penny and Angie, so the both ways. And we tested me and Penny and me. We already knew that worked. And we tested me and Angie and me, and every one of them showed highly compatible.
Awesome.
And interestingly, the psychological profile for Angie and Penny were identical, but inverted. Angie was very high in intuition and low in mathematical logical, and Penny's very high in mathematical logical and low in intuition. So they were like mirrors of each other.
Whoa.
And Angie and Penny and I have been in a relationship for 13 years now, and those women have never had a single fight. I've never seen them have what we would call a fight.
Have you ever had a double fight at once, like 2-on-1?
I've been outvoted, yes.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, that's why, many of my students, especially young men, come to me, I want to have multiple partners like you do. And they think it's all about the sex. And I always tell them, you better learn to ride one horse really well before you try to ride two at once, because you will get hurt.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I couldn't imagine.
It's if you want rapid spiritual growth, then just have two wives, because the bullshitting factor is zero. It's like, get ready to be pinned on the carpet. And when, I always say, every time you add a new woman to a chief's tent, his power is divided by that number of women. So you think you're in charge, but women run the world. Men just haven't figured it out yet.
Traditions are what the holidays are all about. This year, start a new tradition with Ibotta. Ibotta gives you cash back on all your purchases, so you can keep those holiday traditions alive, no matter how old or new. Ibotta is a free app that lets you earn cash back every time you shop. You can earn on hundreds of items, from groceries to toys to tech. The average Ibotta user earns $256 per year. Think of how much extra holiday magic you can make this season with more room in your budget. I mean, I just would love to make more holiday magic with the Ibotta app. What the heck are you guys even talking about? With Ibotta, you can earn cash back that you can withdraw to your bank account, PayPal, or gift cards. Simply add offers in the app, upload your receipt, and voila, the money is yours. You can save on over 2,400 brands and shop at over 1,000 retailers, including your favorite grocery stores, Lowe's, Macy's, Sephora, Best Buy, and more. It's time you join the over 50 million users who use Ibotta to earn cash back every time they shop and keep the holiday magic alive. Come on, guys, don't let the holidays die. Right now, Ibotta is offering our listeners $5 just for trying Ibotta by using the code DRENCHED when you register. Just go to the App Store or Google Play Store and download the free Ibotta app to start earning cash back and use code DRENCHED. That's IBOTTA in the Google Play or App Store and use code DRENCHED. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money sports action. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the only real money daily fantasy platform with an injury insurance policy, so your lineups stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. If your player leaves in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks keeps your lineup live. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Think Justin Jefferson will get more than 83.5 yards next week. Lamar Jackson will pass more than 1.5 TDs, meaning touchdowns. Cook up hot takes with your friends and win real money this football season when you and your crew run your game on Prize Picks. I mean, guys, what more do I love than real money daily fantasy platforms? Guys, come on now. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code DRENCHED to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code DRENCHED on the Prize Picks app to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, run your game. Guys, please, I have a couple of shows too. I got to tell you about these. If you live in Tysons, Virginia, that whole area, it's like around DC, whatever. Capital One Hall, big theater show, second in my life. Please come. That would be awesome. It's actually a pretty large space, and I'd feel foolish if it were empty, but if it's got to be empty, so be it. I'd love for you guys to come if you can. That is on 11/15, Capital One Hall, Tysons, Virginia. And then also on the next day, I'll be in New York City on 11/16 at Town Hall as part of the New York Comedy Festival. So come to that too if you want to go to that. Also, and that's a big one, guys. This is the New York City Comedy Festival. And then a few weeks after that, I'll be in Irvine, California at the Irvine Improv. Guys, this is huge. This is going to be right around Thanksgiving. 11/29 to 11:30. I have 4 shows, 2 days, Irvine Improv. The place is fucking massive. Come on, Cali. You guys know I'm fucking SoCal. You guys know I'm fucking with the shit. Please come out there. All the tickets, you can get them on mattmccusker.com. There should be a link in the YouTube. I literally almost did this. Cut my fucking hands off. There should be a link in the YouTube description somewhere in there. Thank you, guys.
And actually, research shows that 65% of all the women spent in the world is spent by money.
Yeah.
I mean, spent by women.
Yeah, I've seen that before,
Yeah.
and I believe it.
So even though men may make more, it's the women that are actually moving the money.
Oh, big time.
So to conclude, what I'm saying is we have an amazing family experience. We're very productive. We all have the same mission, vision, and values. Angie and I have had 2 kids, and so they have 2 mothers, which is amazing.
It's awesome.
My son, Mana, bonded very strongly with Penny, interestingly, right from the beginning. He looks like Penny. Angie's Mexican, brown skin. Just you imagine a pretty little hot Mexican woman, and you got Angie. And Mana's blonde-haired, fair skin, blue-eyed, and Penny's blonde-haired, fair skin, and hazel eyes. But everyone sees Mana and thinks he's Penny's child. And our second one, Zoe, is exactly a carbon copy of mommy. She's like a hot, cute little Mexican mini mommy.
Yeah.
And she bonds very strongly with Mama. So I think it was Great Spirit's trick to get Penny inspired to be a mother, because Penny never really wanted to be a mother.
Okay.
So she fell in love with Mana and he fell in love with her. And so imagine being a kid with 2 mothers of that level of intelligence. You know, we have a 14-acre farm and we run a big business, and we have people from all over the world coming to us. We've had, you know, we travel, the kids have traveled all over the place because we have to teach all over the world. So and when Mana was probably only 4 months old. He was already in England on seminar tours. So these kids are very worldly children. And we feed them the best food you can buy. We grow most of our food, and we buy from, organic farmers and free-range meat farmers and ranchers. And the kids go to a Waldorf school, so they're getting educated based on Steiner's system of education, which, based on my analysis, is hands down the best in the world. And so, I basically spent many, many years as a therapist looking at what causes people trouble, what gets them sick, what leads to cancer. And I found the number of people that have been married for a long time but didn't want to be in the marriage, but stayed in it because they thought God would burn them in hell if they broke their marriage vows or got a divorce, was so high. I learned very early in my now 40-year career that it's not a wise thing to do to stay married to somebody that you're not in love with and that you don't want to be with, because all you do is teach your children how to have a fucked up relationship. And that becomes problems for the rest of your life that you got to deal with as a parent. And so after my first marriage, I just made a promise to myself, I'm going to live true to my heart. And I know that there's women out there that want to live true to their heart too. And you'd be amazed when you're honest with women. They'll tell you yes or no. And I found it was no harder to find women that would agree to that than it was to find women that would go monogamous or that demanded monogamy.
Yeah.
But we just grew into this relationship, and well, we're 13 years in now. And like I said, I've got a 45-year-old son with a grandson from my first marriage. So I became a father for the second time at 54, and then my daughter came along a couple years later. So here I am, 63, with 2 little ones and a big one and a grandson. But it took me a long time to learn how to be a father. I mean, I realized at 54, I'm actually only now ready to be a dad. My first son came when I just turned 18, and I didn't know how to be a father, and I didn't have a good example as a father. So to have reached that level of maturity and that much understanding of life, and then to be wise enough to choose really intelligent women. And Angie's an amazing mother. They're both amazing mothers. I mean, my kids are damn smart. They're surrounded by very intelligent people all the time. And so they eat great food, and they live on top of a mountain on a beautiful farm. And my daughter's doing amazing in gymnastics. My son's got the mind of an engineer, and we're watching kids grow in an environment that is like an organic farm.
Yeah.
They get a chance to get a lot of love and to really explore themselves. And I emulate to my students to live true to your heart and not fall into conventional ideas, because, living in the consensus reality is like being a sheep in a herd. But if you actually start interviewing people to ask how many people are actually happy in their marriages, I've had patients come to me with serious health problems that have been married for 35 years. And I've said to them, when were you not happy in the marriage? I've literally had women crying their eyes out saying, Paul, to be honest with you, I knew I was in trouble the day I got married.
Yeah.
I said, well, why did you stay and have kids? Because I'm a Christian. And I have marriage vows. And I said, so you think God wants you to live in a torturous relationship and raise kids in an environment where they realize that marriage is a painful and potentially ugly thing?
Yeah.
And so
real quick to ask
that's a problem.
I could see that. Do you think there is some redemptive fact to the process of learning to kind of relate to somebody over time, where initially it might not feel great?
Oh, absolutely.
But you're saying if it hits levels of just like soul deadedness and like going through the motions.
When you get to the point where either you're not compatible with somebody or you're not willing to do the work to grow in relationship with that person. Like most people don't actually explore their values with someone else. So when you get confronted by things like a woman gets pregnant, but you don't want the child, and you don't realize that there's one that's pro-abortion and one that's against abortion.
Yeah.
That's a barn burner of a problem to have. when you got a pandemic that comes and one's pro-vaccine, the other one says don't do it, it's too dangerous.
Yeah.
And one wants to vaccinate the children, the other one doesn't. I've seen relationships completely destroyed. Dude. So if you don't have a deep enough level of love and commitment to work through the rigors and the challenges that life inevitably brings, you just set yourself up to live in hell.
Yeah.
So the point I'm making, if it's not dead clear, if you can't walk through hell with your partner and hold their hand, then you shouldn't be in the relationship.
I see what you're saying. If you're just going through the motions. And
if you're just going through the motions, you're not living. You're already in flatland, and you'll probably need an addiction to get you through it.
Yeah.
You'll need to drink yourself through it, or drug yourself through it, or bury yourself in work, or become an exercise addict or something. And I've rehabilitated thousands of these people. I mean, look, I'm not a young guy. I have 40 years of clinical experience. I have seen exactly how this plays out over and over again, and it ain't pretty. And it's often for the wrong reasons. And the worst reason there is because of what other people will think.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a shit what other people think. Like, my job is to be true to myself and true to the people I share relationships with, because without that, what have I got? If I fit into the crowd, but I'm living a life that's completely unappealing and unpleasing, that just takes the wind right out of your sails, and you just go half-mast through your life, and you'll never become good at anything.
Yeah.
To achieve mastery requires commitment and focus. And if you can't achieve mastery in your relationships, then you're not going to achieve mastery in your professional relationships either.
Yeah. Well, so what is the Spirit Gym? I know you started that up.
Spirit Gym is a holistic system of spiritual development that I develop based on all my years' experience. And I saw how much problem religions cause people. I could see the beauty in them, but I could see the traps in them, and I could see how it results in a lot of health problems and a lot of belief. I think beliefs are very dangerous, because the day you believe something, you stop asking questions, and your mind becomes closed. So I think, by definition, spirituality is a progressively expanded sense of connection to a greater and greater whole. But oftentimes when you're in a religion, you immediately identify yourself as this religion or that religion, and you are often taught or threatened that you should not look into or participate in other religions, for example. So you won't find Christians reading Buddhist literature, but there's a ton of great stuff in Buddhism that any Christian can use. And there's stuff in Christianity that a Buddhist can use. And there's stuff in Judaism that they could all use.
Yeah.
So once you're in a belief system, it's like being in a cult. And I've watched how it destroys people's lives, and it keeps them very narrow-minded. And, if you study this, you'll find something quite shocking. The most common cause of wars throughout history has been religious differences.
Yeah.
And if you look at Ken Wilber's new book, Radical Wholeness, he states right in there at least 3 times the number one cause of war is religious differences. I mean, well, if there is a God and God is love, then God's not intended to inspire war, death, and destruction. So that right there you see the problem that belief systems are like any ism. They pit you against people, and you stop asking bigger questions. And as soon as you stop asking bigger questions, you stop growing mentally, you stop growing emotionally, and you halt your spiritual growth. Therefore, you see, if it's like being a racist. If you're a white supremacist, then you never get the joy of knowing the beauty of black people. You never, you might not even eat their food or listen to their music.
Yeah.
But if you think, okay, how many of us love food from around the world? I like Chinese food. I like Japanese food. I like Jamaican food, man. I like Brazilian food. And I like all their music too. And I love their beautiful women. So if someone said, I'm practicing such and such a religion, or I have such and such a racial bias, you've just cut 2/3 of my heart out.
Yeah.
You've just turned me into a robot, into somebody else's play toy, into somebody who's got such narrow vision that they will never actually see the beauty of God. They will never see it, even though they're walking around in it and wearing it. And that is really to be a blind man. So Spirit Gym is really a system I built that teaches you how to analyze your own story so that you can ask yourself, is the story that I'm empowering each day fulfilling to me? And if it's not, what is my dream? And how do I create a story for myself that's dream affirmative and life affirmative? And how do I live in such a way that I embrace the truth of good, the truth of beauty, and the truth of life, and accept the challenges of life as growth opportunities, so I don't just drug myself, or put my head in the sand. And so I built a system based on principles. So the first principle is getting clear on what the word God means. Next is understanding how the universe is created based on metaphysical concepts and on the concepts of science, cosmology, and quantum physics. The next principle is the next principle is myth, which is the science and history and the understanding of what a myth is. Myth means story. So once you understand why myths have been created by tribes throughout antiquity and what the function of a myth is, then you know what your myth or your story has to include, or you're running blind, right? I could give you a whole description of myth and what it has to include, but it would take some time. So once we understand what God means by definition, what being is, what is existence itself, why is it here, then we go to myth and we understand the importance of being clear on our story so we're congruent with our dream and we don't create problems for ourselves by living out a story that isn't even our own. Most people don't even know their own story. They're just living out their mother's ideas, their church's ideas, or their ism without really thinking, is this working for me? And just wondering why they feel like shit, they're tired all the time, and they got to drink alcohol to numb themselves from their ism. So then we deal with the principle of two, which is duality, which is what it takes to have a mind. You have to have a duality. It has to be a subject, me, you, the object. You're the object of my awareness right now, but it's the subject in me watching. If you're in a loving relationship, one's the lover, one's the beloved. So one's the lover, one's the beloved. So if this is a person, I, the lover, am loving the beloved. So whenever you have a duality, you have the prerequisites for love. There always has to be a lover and a beloved. And the prerequisite, love is the basis of relationship. Love is the code word that holds everything together in the whole universe, even an atom. Love really just means relationship. And so you can't have life without relationship, and you can't have a mind without relationship. To have a mind, you have to have 2 points of sentience that exchange energy and information. A computer is not a mind. It's an information processor because it doesn't know what you're putting through it. It doesn't care if you build an atomic bomb to kill people or you come up with the most amazing cure for a disease. The computer won't know the difference. So that's an information processor. That's not a mind. A mind is actually sentient, and it processes energy and information with the intention of accomplishing an objective that something is sentient of, being you in this case, or me. So once you get to the position, the principle of two, you're understanding what is the true nature of a duality and why do we have to have a duality and how do you manage dualities? Like how do you use duality in your favor as opposed to creating opposition, me against you or white against black or this religion against that religion, because that's just a low level of consciousness. The principle of three is the Holy Trinity, which explains how God or that which is unknowable manifests itself as being or life or existence. And so once we understand that process, we can say, this is the same principles we use to create our dreams. This is how we dream our house into existence, save the money, buy the land. This is how we dream our ideal partner into our life, like I did. I meditated 1.5 years after enough years of girlfriends that drove me crazy, and I realized, these girls they don't know how to handle a guy like me that's very mission oriented. So I got clear what I needed in a partner, and I also got clear what I would give her.
Yeah.
So I just thank Great Spirit every day for this amazing woman and read off the qualities that I want, read what I was willing to give. Had a vision of her after 1.5 years meditating. 5 days later, she showed up in one of my classes. As soon as I saw her, it literally felt like electricity running through my body. I went, oh my God, there she is. I am stunned and amazed that she's actually here. 4 days later, we were engaged, and that was 28 years of marriage ago.
Damn.
Right. So, I've done this many, many times. We wanted our dream home and our dream property. It took us 5 years, but we mapped it all out. I went into meditation with Angie, and we channeled the vision of our home, drew it. When we found the home, our map was exactly the map of the property. We said the prayer every morning. We gave thanks for the home. We kept looking and looking until we found it. And when we found it, we knew it.
Wow.
And there it was. And interestingly, every year I do a mandala, which is a diagram in a circle to symbolize my year. So I go into meditation and I ask my soul to give me the vision of what symbolizes my year. And that year, I saw the Native American Indian sun face, which is a circle of feathers with the Indian sun face in the middle, which if you saw the Native American Indian sun face, you know exactly what it looks like. The trippiest thing, the girls were out looking for houses, and this one wasn't even on the list to go look at, but as they were getting on the freeway to come home, it said open house, closes such and such a date, which was that day. So they were just closing it and they were going to put it on an auction. And the girls went, and when they pulled up to the gate of the big opening of the property, is a big metal gate because it's a big estate. On the front of the gate was a 6-foot circular mandala with exactly what I had painted.
Whoa.
And they both stopped and were stunned and took a picture and said, Paul, you're not going to believe what is on the gate to this property. And it turned out to be, I'm a remote viewer as well. So for 3 months before they found the house, in my meditations, I started seeing this property and this land. So I said to my soul, is this our new home? My soul said, yes, it is. I said, my God, it's so damn big. It looks like a hotel. I said, you sure that's we're going to be where we're going to live? My soul said, yes, you're going to be running your businesses there. You're going to need plenty of space. You're going to have a lot of people coming in and out of there. And so I used my skills as a remote viewer. I walked through the house. I looked at the property. So when the girls found it and they were walking the property, they called me and told me about the gate. And they said, you've got to see this property. It's going to blow your mind. It's exactly what we've been looking for. It's everything we wrote down. And I said, when you pulled up to the front of the house, was there a big metal gate? Yeah, that's the one I saw your mandala on. Is there a pond on the right side of the driveway when you pulled in? Yes. When you walk in the front door, does it have really high ceilings with which look Mediterranean-style wooden fans up in the top of the ceilings? They said, exactly. I said, if you walk through the house to the back, is the swimming pool back there? Yes. If you go to the edge of the swimming pool, is it really steep, almost like a cliff, down into the property? They said, Paul, exactly. I said, if you walk out the back of the house, is there a big building that would hold my gym and our classroom? They said, yes. I said, does it have a guest house? They said, yes. I said, that's the place I've been seeing for 3 months.
What?
Yep. And it was on the market 2 years earlier for $4 million. And when I found out that it was going into auction, my soul said, do not bid, because there's very few people that can afford the maintenance on a place like that.
Yeah.
And they're probably not going to get a bid on it. Wait, and they'll call you. Because we had gone there and we'd fill out the registration, and my Angie and Penny were scared to death. They said, Paul, are you sure if we lose this house, that's it. We got to keep looking. We've been looking for 5 years. I said, my soul's never misled me. Sure enough, the next morning, our real estate agent called us at like 8 o'clock in the morning. She said, you were right, Paul. Nobody bid on the house. Now's your chance. Not even 2 hours later, the real estate agent for the house called us. So I bid 1.8, and they wrote back and counter bid me 1.925. So the land is worth that much.
Damn. They had padded it. I mean, I guess they can sell for whatever they want, but they were like, yeah, fine.
It wasn't they padded it. If you saw this place, it's worth $4 million.
That makes sense.
It's just that it's 15,000 square feet of buildings. It's 14 acres of land. There's pump systems. I mean, it's a lot to manage. I mean, it cost me a lot of money.
And there's probably less and less people inclined to
manage it. You know, I have to have a full-time gardener and handyman.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big place, but it's exactly because we wanted to consolidate all of our business into one location so we didn't have to keep driving all over the place. Angie had her own business that was successful. She owned a nutrition store and ran a personal training business. I had the institute. I had a house that I used for seeing all my clients with a big gym in it. And so we consolidated all of our work into one place. So now our institute courses are run there. I see my clients there. My office is in the guest house. Penny's office is in the guest house.
That's awesome.
So we basically are spending far less money than we were for all these 3 places. Now we only have 1 gym instead of 3. Now we only have 1 location clients need to come, and everybody absolutely loves it there. It's stunningly beautiful. But the point is, this is, using your mind and using your heart to manifest. In the same way I brought Penny into my life through manifestation, I brought my home into my life, and I've done this over and over again. That's what I teach. That's what real spiritual development's about, is learning to work with source energy and consciousness instead of walking around just hoping all the time. Or
So that's the difference. Because when people hear manifesting, they really do, I think of like, or it comes to my mind that it sounds like bullshit, where you're just like, so I'm just going to imagine a house is going to come. But you seem like it's more intentional of like a daily practice of like imagining.
It's not just imagining. As the Quakers say, pray and move your feet.
Yeah.
Everybody prays, but they forget to move their feet.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? So we looked at houses for 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? And each time we like that feature, but there's a highway right next to the house, or, we like this big living room. And so as we were doing it, we were saying, okay, we want to write that on our dream. We had a big poster we made on we call it the vision board. And every morning we would do a prayer, all three of us. And I would vaporize some tobacco and herbs, and I'd blow smoke into it, which is a sacred practice to energize it with our consciousness. And, so we actually poured our intention into it. If you think of God as unconditional love, that's pure potential. There's no condition there. Mm-hmm. The answer is always yes from source. God says yes to being an idiot, and God says yes to being a wise man. Mm-hmm. Obviously, look around.
Yeah.
Okay? So if God is unconditional love, then you must have an intention to create the movement of potential into actuation, and the flow of that energy and information is what we call spirit. So spirit is the flow of energy and information. What people don't realize is you're constantly moving energy and information into potential from spirit, but most people are doing it unconsciously, which is almost always based on what they don't want. Most people live by their fears, not by their dreams. And I tell people, fear never makes a good seeing eye dog. It's just not, because you will always see what you're looking for. The ancients had an important saying, you bring forth that which you gaze upon. So if you walk into a room and you're always looking for something bad, you'll see it.
Yeah.
If you walk into the room and you're looking for the beauty, or you're looking for the fun, you'll find it, right? Most people don't have enough training to watch their own mind to see what it's creating all the time. And so that's what Spirit Gym's all about. It's learning how to use tried and tested principles from spiritual masters, from experts in the science of mind, from experts in psychology, from quantum physics, from metaphysics. Basically, I spent my whole life studying and looked at everything that I could learn that's relevant to how to live a life that's true to your heart, and being honest in your relationships, and creating the life you want, and doing the work that you want to do in life so that you can make money because you're doing something you love to do, and achieving mastery. And I put it into an education system, and I mentor these people so they get the same kind of coaching that I do with my one-on-one clients, except I coach them in a group. And there's about 130 hours of online training that I built to take them through all these principles. And each week I meet with them and I give them a 1-hour presentation on something that's important for them to know. And then I open the floor for questions on their personal life, their personal challenges, or anything they want help with as they're working through the lessons. And I've watched people just transform right in front of my eyes. I've seen depressed people become inspired and motivated. I've seen sick people get healthy. I've seen sad people get happy.
Yeah.
And it's not a surprise to me because I've been a therapist for 40 years. I mean, I've studied this inside out and backwards, and I've had to deal with my own challenges just like everybody else. Mm-hmm. And so, I really felt it was time in my career to stop spending my time working with people one-on-one, because the world's in such dangerous state right now that I realized we can't wait for a top-down rescue. I don't think Jesus is coming back. They nailed him to a tree the first time. He's not stupid. I don't think.
Here's a question for you, and I think I kind of dig everything you're saying. I feel like, well, I guess it's a statement and then a question. I feel like God has become a taboo. It's a modern taboo. You can talk about sex. You can talk about whatever you want. If you bring up God, a lot of people get kind of like, "Where are you going with this?" Like, relax, man. Maybe it always was because like if you brought up the wrong religion, people
Well,
would spaz.
everybody's conception of God is unique to themselves. And because you have all this religious division, if you're a Christian talking about God to a Muslim, then they're going to immediately think you're against them.
Yeah, or an atheist. per
Or an
se.
atheist.
Yeah.
Right? But remember,
Well, here's my question.
I want to just
Go
give me
ahead.
1 second.
Go ahead.
You use that word atheist.
Yeah.
Okay. Here's something Carl Jung said that's very important to hear. Something must first be real before it can be rejected. Meditate on that.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
It's true.
Yeah.
There's no atheist in a foxhole.
Yeah.
I'm a soldier. Trust me.
Yeah. I mean, I could see that as well. And that's why I think there's something, my question is, how necessary do you think it is for like psychologically to have a spiritually oriented framework to work in if you want to kind of like gain some sort of, self-mastery or peace of mind versus just kind of like what I feel like might be kind of sanitized, like,
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I've known people that are very masterful at a lot of things that are atheists, materialists, or even my wife Penny is agnostic.
okay.
My wife's a scientist. She did a lot of extensive research in university. She's a very scientific, very intelligent. She's a pilot. The woman that just dropped me off is a genius.
Yeah.
And I'm a guy that knows intelligent people and worked with some of the most rich and smart people on this planet. My wife is a genius. And she says, I'm happy that you love God, but God is not important to me because I can't prove the existence or non-existence of God. And she says, I've got important things to handle. Like, how are we going to pay the bills this month? And how do I manage all these employees and take care of these kids and make sure this farm is handled? She says, I will find out if God's real when I die, and that's fine with me. But in the meantime, I'm going to do my best to live a meaningful life and love as fully as I can because that's who I am. I don't need someone to take me to church to do what's inherently natural to me.
Okay. So that's interesting. So you really don't think it's like as crucial. I guess it's all person to person.
No, I think it's individual. The difference is religion is typically a set of beliefs that's closed. It's an ideology. It's a belief system. By definition, all belief systems are closed. Spirituality is an open exploration for the truth. So that's why I say spirituality is a progressive expansion of your sense of wholeness, to your connection to what makes you feel whole and what you are. So for example, spirituality, if you want a simple model, progresses from I-oriented consciousness. It's all about what I want, what I need, like a child. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Then you grow up to realize that you can't do anything meaningful in the world without relationships. So your consciousness evolves to we. And so instead of being self-centered, now you become we-centered. You say, okay, I can't just think of myself. I got to think about my wife and her needs, my boss, my friends, my coworkers, my teammates. Then all of a sudden you realize you couldn't be here without the food that feeds you, the water that hydrates you, the air you breathe. And you realize the car you drive is made by someone on the other side of the world. The computer you're using was made by someone on the other side of the world. And so you finally wake up to the fact that it takes the whole world to support all of us. And so now your sense of self and wholeness grows to embrace the whole world because you realize everybody's meaningful. Everybody's contributing to each other. And so you wouldn't buy into a belief system that was my group against your group because you realize none of us can get by without each other. Okay? So then you become world-centric. Well, then you progressively expand your consciousness and you say, wait a minute, could the earth be here without the sun? And could we survive without? No. What would happen if there was no moon to move the tides of the ocean? We'd all die. So all of a sudden you realize, wow, I was an earth-centered person, but now I've got to be a solar system-centered person. But then you realize, oh my God, the solar system's part of a galaxy and it couldn't be here without a galaxy. Then all of a sudden you realize you're part of a galactic family. You go, wait a minute, the galaxy is part of the universe. So now you reach what's called cosmic consciousness, and you realize that all of it is a dance. All of it is a being that's alive. All of it is something so magical and so mysterious that all you can do is stand there and go, my God, it took the entire universe to create me. And I could give you the physics of the fact that if we scientifically analyze even the minerals and the elements in your body, I can prove to you scientifically that it took the entire universe to make you. And it's been done many times.
How? How do they do that?
Simple. You take the elements of the periodic table that are in your body,
Yeah.
and you say, okay, where did that come from? Well, that came from the sun. That came from Mars. Okay, well, how did they get into the sun? Well, other stars exploded and collapsed into a sun.
Damn.
Through black hole, whatever model you want to use. And so you keep playing that game. So where'd that come from? It ends up reaching to the end of the universe.
It's crazy.
So what you realize, even scientifically, is it takes an entire universe to make each one of us. And that's just scientific fact. I don't care if you believe in God or not. I can sit you down and show you the research on it. And so, okay, if you're a scientist, here's proof. It took the whole universe to make you.
Yeah.
So what do you want to worship?
Yeah.
Just one book?
Yeah.
I'm like, I think we can do better than that.
Yeah. So that you're saying that you're kind of, I guess, provide a modern roadmap for people trying to gain the benefits of a spiritual system without the pitfalls and the downfalls of like organized religion.
I'm simply saying, let's be honest with each other. Let's be rational. Let's be logical. Let's be scientific. And let's open ourselves to the mystery of the heart and ask honest questions. Who are we? What are we? How did we get here? What does it take to sustain us? And how many absolute mysteries are involved? I mean, science shows that if the conditions of the initial universe were even 100% different, we would not be alive.
That's crazy.
Right? When you look at the science behind this thing, there's, you either think everything's an accident and we're just lucky, which would be like standing next to a pile of rocks and hoping a Rolex watch jumped out, which would be a materialist.
Yeah.
Or you say there's some kind of intelligence behind this thing. And the biggest form of intelligence that we can come up with is a thing called God, because we don't have another name to give it. It just means something so wild I can't even put a name on it. So we'll just call it God. By definition, God means that for which there is no other. By definition, God is the only being that can create and sustain itself. None of us can do that, right? It takes a God to create and sustain itself. So when you really understand what the word God means, that's capital G, capital O, capital D. Capital G, little o, little d in Spiritism means the highest power of any belief system. This is why you've got a Christian God, a Muslim God, a this God, or that God. They war like hell with each other. Yeah. Well, I mean, what do you call someone that's at war with themselves? Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay? Well, the God I'm talking about, that for which there is no other, is not at war with itself. Look up in the stars at night. You see nothing but harmony and beauty.
Yeah.
It's when you're lost and confused down here and you worship a God that'll burn you in hell and has all these rules and regulations, you realize, okay, we need to reevaluate our idea about God. So that's the difference between religion and spirituality. Religion is based on belief systems that are closed, and spirituality says, I'm on an open quest to explore what it is that creates me and how I can have a healthy relationship with it and love and respect the fact that everything that's here was created by the same intelligence and I'm part of it. So why not love and respect it? I love the Sufis are the mystics of Islam. If you really want to understand religion, you always got to go to the mystics because they're the ones that broke out of the dogma and had their own religious experience. But the Sufis, the Sufi mystics say, there is no God but God. I worship everything and everyone. That is somebody that understands what God means. I got to go pee.
We'll do like a 10-minute wrap up. And I do have one more question for you.
Go for it, baby.
Are you, Josh, you recording? All right. So, sorry, we had to take a pee break. My question is, and I think this kind of applies to religion, somehow organic farming, it all kind of ties together, where I feel like the reflex for kind of these like very restrictive religions and all this stuff, and even like kind of this like war with like weeds in the soil through like pesticides, it makes sense from like, if you think about our escape from nature, which was like a nightmare to live in the jungle, be getting mauled alive, like you going back way, 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 way. That's the conception I have of it. It was terrifying.
Yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go talk to native cultures, it seems terrifying, but that was home for them. You see, if you go back to the point where we were living out in nature, we didn't see the animals out there as our enemies. We saw them as our family, and we had respect for grizzly bears. We had respect for poisonous snakes. We saw everything in nature as a being with its own intelligence. And so if you study native cultures, you'll see they studied these animals. They learned things like tool making from crows. I don't know if you know this, but crows have a brain that's as big as ours for body size, if not bigger. Mm-hmm. They have a language of over 400 words, and they have advanced tool making skills. And most people have no idea.
Yeah, I knew they could crack nuts, but I didn't know.
Oh, no, they can. I've seen film of crows hand making tools that are very complex. They can make tools more complex than chimpanzees can.
Damn.
And they've got a language of between 400 and 500 words. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's pretty impressive. But the point is, if you were living out there with them, you would learn about how spiders weave things. You would learn about how birds put nests together. You would learn how bears fish. I mean, if you actually were out there in nature, you'd realize that each of these beings has a level of intelligence and is doing something in nature that is important. There is no accidental beings out there. So if you live in reverence and you realize that taking more than is necessary is a threat to the existence of another being, then you don't just go rape all the bees for honey and steal all the eggs, because then you wipe out your own survival system. Mm-hmm. So those people did not have this us against nature. They were nature.
Yeah.
And it's only as the industrial age began to come on that we begun to shift our orientation to man against nature, which is largely we want more space to do what we want to do, right? And we want to take these people over so we can do what we want to do. So you'll see that as our technology and our tools got more and more advanced and we got more and more scientific, we started getting more and more disrespectful to what creates harmony in nature and more I-oriented, more what do I want? Not how does that affect the rivers? How does that affect the oceans? I mean, so if you take that to now and say, well, look what we got. We got a bunch of germophobic people that are scared of the dirt, that poison everything they eat, that wash their hands with antibacterial soaps, that have wiped out their microbiomes, that have brains that are collapsing, that have kids that are sick, that have constantly got to take pills, who are at war with each other, who have an organization called the CIA that says our work will be done when no one knows what the truth is. Well, when your government has an agency whose mission it is to make sure nobody knows what the truth, you have to ask yourself, well, have we gotten more or less intelligent?
Yeah.
Have we evolved or are we devolving? When we don't know the principles of nature and we're seeding the eyes with the skies with aluminum and barium and trying to control the sun, and we're making fake global warming by billionaires to make the rich rich and the poor more poor. I mean, we've gotten so far from the truth of what life is and what it's all about that it's going to, and it is costing us dearly. The United States last year spent $3 trillion to manage diabetes. That's one illness.
Damn.
One illness. The United States defense budget, which is the most expensive in the world, is $1.9 trillion. We're spending $3 trillion a year to manage diabetes, which is a problem of eating food that is not high quality, that has no nutrition, and eating too much sugar, which is highly addictive. Sugar has been shown by Candace Pert to be as addictive as morphine and heroin, and it's laced in everything. It's in bacon, it's in meat. We've gotten to a level of trickery in business and in politics to the point that we can't trust each other anymore. How much money is being spent to turn our iPhones into spy devices, to turn our televisions into spy devices, to turn refrigerators and vacuums into spy devices. The NSA, Edward Snowden showed us the NSA has been collecting information on every one of us all the time. Like, we've actually got an autoimmune disorder, right? We've got enough nuclear weapons to destroy the planet 179 times over. So we've become so afraid of each other that we're actually spending all our time, energy, and money to defend ourselves against each other while destroying the very support systems that keep us alive. So you have to ask yourself, who had it better, the natives or us?
Yeah.
Natives thought 7 generations ahead. As a general rule of thumb, native societies thought, if we do this, will it enhance or diminish the next 7 generations of our people?
Yeah, we don't do that. really.
We've got attention spans of about 3 minutes, and we don't think for 2 seconds about what's going to happen to our kids, or we would actually start paying attention to what we're feeding them and the fact that our education systems are absolute trash, and that we're putting pornography in the libraries for kids that are 3 and 3rd grade.
Yeah, they're doing that?
Oh, hell, all over the world. The globalists are absolutely dangerous as hell.
Yeah, that's the one thing I never understood why we don't have physical education first thing in the morning in every school. It should be every kid should like run around for like an hour, burn off energy.
You realize there's people all over the world that are confused as to what a woman is.
Yeah, true. That's another problem.
Like we have used science to validate every drug that's killed 20, 30, 40, 50,000, 100,000 people, only to have it taken off the market. But it was all scientifically validated. So we've turned science into a corporate prostitution ring.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, if you really ask the question, was it that dangerous to live in nature when we had respect for nature and we lived in harmony with nature? Or is it that dangerous to live today where we're destroying nature and each other and call ourselves scientifically advanced? Well, as Steiner says, for every advance you make in science, you must make 3 advances in morality, or you will destroy yourself. Well, ask yourself, from the time we were living in nature to where we're at now, how many advances have we made in science and how many advances have we made in morality?
I'd say like 3 morality, probably like a bazillion in science.
Yes. Yeah. And so here we all are.
We're
watching each other all over the world destroy each other and calling ourselves Christians.
Yeah. Yeah, really. Well, God damn it, dude. That sums it up pretty well. I'll have to have you on again. I have like a million more questions.
I am at a comedy store right now.
No, that's phenomenal, man. Thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to like? I mean, obviously, Spirit Gym.
MySpiritGym.com if you're interested in my mentorship program. CHEKinstitute.com if you want to see my education and all the online courses I have for various people. My How to Eat, Move, and Be Healthy book can be bought on Amazon. It can be bought at the Czech Institute. Our Holistic Lifestyle Coach Level 1 training program teaches you all the principles on how to eat, move, and be healthy, and how to apply them in your life. So it's a public access program. Mm-hmm. And for those that want a career in holistic lifestyle coaching to teach other people how to get healthy and not spend all their money on managing diabetes and things like that, you would go to Holistic Lifestyle Coach Level 2, which is a professional training program. So it's like a career. Mm-hmm. And it goes from there. The Czech Academy can be explored there. That's our 5-year academy program, which is a mix of online training and hands-on training. And it's multidisciplinary. So we have medical doctors, chiropractors, osteopaths, nurses, acupuncturists, strength coaches, personal trainers, massage therapists, and people just changing professions. It's a fully complete system of education. My YouTube channel, where I have about 1,200 videos I've done for public service on almost everything, which I think you've seen is...
Yeah, that's how I found you, just watching those.
Right. So it's youtube.com/Paul, CHEK Live, Paul Check Live. So there's tons I put on. That's where I do my public service work. And say, look, if you've got plantar fasciitis here, this will help you. If you want to know how to get yourself healthy, do this. I've poured thousands of hours into doing that for the public. So those that can't afford me or want to get a taste before they spend money can go to YouTube. And my podcast is Spirit Gym with Paul Check.
Okay.
And there's over 300 episodes with the greatest minds I can find all over the world. Scientists, doctors, metaphysical experts, religious experts, health experts, you name it. I go for the brains and the great ones that have good results and I believe are worth listening to, and I interview them, and I do comprehensive long-form interviews. And for those that want the extended play, they can be a member of the podcast. So you can go to paulcheck.com, sign up for the podcast membership. I think it's less than $8 a month. And so I do the public portion of the podcast is 1.5, usually somewhere between 1 and 2 hours, depending on the length of the guest, the length of the topic. Mm-hmm. And then the second half is for the members, where we do what's called the deeper dive.
Gotcha.
So I've got a lot of stuff out there. I've written 11 books, and I'm just now finishing a series of 15 volumes called Welcome to Spirit Gym, which is about 3,000 pages in total.
Damn, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's taken me 4.5 years of hard work to build this program, and I started developing it 10 years ago because I saw the world was in deep trouble and it needed to understand some of the things we just talked about today.
Well, dude, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate what you're doing. Even when I started watching back in the day, I was like, oh, it's nice this guy's out here.
Yeah.
Somebody gives a shit about stuff.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for sharing great questions, by the way.
Thank you, man.